podcasting. It's my thing. So, on the orange side, bacterial fungus creatures, we have aliens and data core. And then on the other side, we got Marines, the blue pants. Doing a pretty average opening here. We got Comm and one guy building a 2-2 split going to Crevice and Complat. While the aliens are doing a 4-man. Looks like they were going to scout Crossroads.
Oh, they're sneaking through.
A sneak.
I wonder if they're going to turn this into some sort of rush, or they're just going to try and get really up on these building teams. Like they're going to go for that 3-push going down here in
well, this is a 3v3 fight. That's always really tough as aliens. If you get it, if you get spotted, it becomes so hard to make this work out. But Cabal over here, getting a little bit peaked, but managing to kill Vacticide, the first blood of the game. So now we have a 2v2. Looks like Flamingo's going to go ahead and try to deal with sub. While up in Atrium, we still have 2 Marines rapidly expanding outward.
Aliens taking no pause, going immediately for double extractor here, getting both reactor and assisting down to ventilation, along with getting their crag hive. It'll be interesting to see if they want to go for the upgrade, or if they're just going to go for the second harvester right away.
Yeah, if they're feeling greedy, they'll go for that ventilation, but I think they'll know with sub-axis Marines here, you never want to drop that ventilation RT till you know it's purely clear. Now we have a fight going on in Comp Lab right here, a 2v1 fight going on. Vacticide waiting up.
Alright, maybe expecting more to come around the corner.
Here we have Du Ferrari taking on Vacticide. Looking like it's 2v1 fight. Skulk swooping in, getting a nice cleanup right there.
Same time, Benny
Meanwhile,
and
on the other end of the map, reactor core.
Benny and Marta2 probably gonna be able to take a reactor. Yeah, no one's gonna be there. Oh, Flamingo, last chance for this harvester.
I don't think he's gonna be able to do it if they just dump the clip on there.
Even getting a scan. Oh man, no surprise for him at all.
And there's an RT going down right there. Let's see if these aliens can manage to clean up what's left here. Bullets flying. Marta 2 trying to get up. T-Dunk making the slam dunk. Not really a slam, that was like a 2-point layup.
That was more like a layup, you're right. We've got good drifters in position. We got one in Crossroads, going to be able to spot everything going through the middle. So all these 3 Marines are going to know exactly where they're at. And one even in sub protecting their other expansion RT. So the aliens have got a lot of good information here. They just need to know how to work with it. Even in Atrium, lots of drifters out early.
When the aliens making some big plays on RT kills right now. The Marines had 5. They just lost 2 in the span of about a minute. Sub-axis looks like it's also going to go down. So a massive play by the aliens right there, capitalizing on the Marines being centered up in Crossroads at the time. Losing a lot of money.
Aliens getting tied up in the vent here in Atrium. Marines not really sure if they want to deal with them or push forward. It looks like they're just going to ignore the aliens. Or nope, they're going to go back. Should come as no surprise though, they're hitting that. And T-Dunk just waiting in the vent, going for the flank.
Right now we've got the stuff going up in Atrium, and then we got 1 Marine down in sub-axis, managing to pick off 1 lonely Skulk trying to slip out.
Oops.
Cabral being distracted by a drifter play coming in. Vacticide capitalizing on the distraction. A nice play by their comm.
Excellent move to send the drifter in. It does a little bit of damage, soaks shots, and baits the Marine into wasting bullets.
It's kind of a tough decision too. Like when you're that solo Marine, do you kill the drifter and guarantee some econ damage, or do you go for the Skulk? Typically, you always want to go for the Skulk, but sometimes that decision to get something done is the best to do. Crossroads saved.
Crossroads is saved. I can imagine that's going to be going down pretty soon, though. It's going to be hard to defend that with 1 Skulk just taking a couple of bites out of that. But all the extra res they can get out of that, the better.
So look at what the Marines have decided to go for, because now we're finally getting past that 4-minute part. You see where everybody's going for. They went for chair, up in Atrium, really early, with Armor 1 just now completed, and Phase Tech now.
Trying to release a little bit more Drifter Biker here. Oh, even getting a Nano in sub. Nano versus Drifter with meds. This Nano, I think, is not going to be able to say... Oh my gosh, so close.
Ooh, but look up at our reactor core. We have a hit gearing up to be made. 4v2 fight going on in Atrium. Looks like these Skulks are going to get the jump on these Marines. Nano Shield gets popped. Martyr 2 trying to take on 2 Skulks who would get on top of him. Benny left to fend for himself. Nano Shield going to be starting to wear out. He's got to reload his gun. Here comes the play right here. Can't Super Saiyans take it from him. Benny reloading his pistol again. Empty. Nano Shield casted again. Big money being invested on this fight. Can't Super Sars win it? No. Benny pulling it out. Keeping this place under control. And look at this. We have sub-axis now contested by 3 Marines who are blocking the hive drop.
Yeah, the aliens didn't win the engagement there, but I have to think that wasn't a complete loss. Lots of meds and 2 nanos. I mean, talking about a lot of resources invested just to hold that area.
Yes, but look at where the aliens have to put their natural, their hive. Whoa, look at this! We have the birds of prey! They just formed up.
Oh my gosh.
What is going on here? So this is what? 4 lurks flapping around here. Mardito and Benny have to fend for themselves.
Oh, wow. 2 getting so low.
So low, but what are they going to do with these lurks? A little known fact about this play right here. These are all P-Res lurks. And lurks just aren't very good at like making big plays happen on their own. They're more of a super powerful support class, but you don't really get too much out of them. And look at this. Shotgun's already started.
I think that's the proper response. Shotguns for lurks, because they're going to only be able to chip, and you can just med and hide around corners.
Not only that, he's got Nano Shield too.
Well, Nano Shield is down, so...
Oh.
Unless they rebuild at Crossroads, which I think would be kind of a mistake at this point, because they really need to be on top of their upgrades. Can't afford to be dropping more nanos at this point.
I think 1-1 is decent to deal with lurks, especially when they get these shotguns on lanes. Just look at how bad these lurks are at killing these RTs, though. They were both fighting on Atrium up here for about 30 to 40 seconds, and it's only down to 22%. Now we have a fight forming up here. Super Saiyans getting pretty low. Benny coming in. Oh man, T-Dunk trying to make a play, but he's at 54% health. Lurks are not in the condition to fight against 2 Marines. But is Flamingo going to get picked here? He's getting a little bit out in the open. Down to 16%.
That's close. And they have a Crag nearby, but I think it's probably just faster to go back to the hive to heal and come back. Crag's gonna take a long time to heal you up.
The other problem with these lurks is they're going to get pinched from glass hallway. Look at these Marines. They're sneaking right into the area. Flamingo might hear them. Look at them still flying around, not quite full. Ooh, but the other 2 getting cleaned up. T-Dunk at a little bit of half health.
I think if they had been there earlier, that would have been a bigger play. But now that the other...
Oh, shotgun hammering!
You gotta be careful about those shotguns. Going for the bite is dangerous against shotguns.
Many a lurk die to every single shotgun blast that hits him in the face.
Alright, we got
the swoop.
We got another reinforcement coming from Glass Hallway. The lurk or the Gorge is here now to back up Karika?
What are these Marines wielding? Is this 2 shotguns or... Oh, this is the kind of bane of all lurk players. 2 shotguns can just instantly frag you if they both manage to sync up those shots. Super SARS at 40% trying to fly around.
Oh my gosh!
Getting extremely low. Wow, just barely getting out. T-Dunk trying to stick in, but gets too greedy. Benny blasting him in the face with a face full of pellets. But why are these Marines splitting up? That's a little bit dangerous here. At this distance, he doesn't have any support. But Shades being caught on his flank. Benny coming around the bend. Shades barely getting out with 24% HP, flying into maybe Atrium for some extra health.
Yeah, I think the lurk play is maybe not panning out well as they had hoped for Vex. I think maybe not as much experience on lurks as some of the other players, but...
Well, every time you also go like 4 lurks, you're just like gambling away your P-Res. Because you're just not very good at like being the direct engagement to a fight. You're like a glass cannon if you're going to try to fight some shotgun users without Skulk support. Look at this, Super SARS already going down to 10%. Another lurk down here.
Now we're down to
no. Shades, there is nowhere to go. Once again, every lurk is down now except for Flamingo. Now there are 3 shotguns locked into Atrium here, taking out the Crags one by one, about 3 to 5 shots from both guys, instantly fragging it down. So we have 88% on the hive, getting unloaded on. Flamingo. Oh, you don't want to be in here.
Every lurk is down now. The only consolation is they did get Crossroads. If these skulks can manage to clear Atrium, then they'll be able to hold this hive. But it's going to be difficult against so many shotgunners. One down. Ferrari goes down, and then the last one, two skulks managed to clear 3 shotgunners where four lurks could not.
This kind of goes to show you, like, the lurk is not built for that kind of play, but for 0 P-res, you get skulks who do the job just fine.
They needed that win too. If they had lost Atrium, they would have been set so far back. But now that they have that, they have basically everything systed up. A lot of assists everywhere. Crossroads. They have ventilation. They have even Atrium ready to be a harvester once they're ready to drop that. But they can, if they can just hold this, they can get T-res fades. They also have someone else on the side who didn't go fade. Vaticide is really close to fade himself, so they're only going to have 1 fade. He's got to make it count until they can get more T-res out.
And the Marines went for another CC down in sub-access. We already had 1 nano pop on it. Cabal coming in to try to save it off. Shades coming in on the flank, catching Cabal while he reloads. Gonna be able to make the play here. 1 more bite. No.
It's a big fight here going in Atrium. Another important fight that the aliens need to win here. Lots of meds. Nano's going out. Another nano. The Ferrari's coming by from the flank, but it's going to be difficult now that the hive is up and able to heal the skulks, and he's not going to be able to push that by himself.
Yeah, it's a very alluring target right here because you have this hive, 43%, no armor. That's all HP left. I wish I could see a little bit better, but it's probably around 3,000 direct hit points left on it. So if these Marines want to, they could try to 4-push directly into it, which is what they've been attempting to establish, and just instantly frag the hive before Gorges or other stuff heals it back up.
Looks like we're trying to get a phase gate down in sub. It's Cabral versus Shades. It's not finished yet, and he's got a Drifter support with him.
Some heavy comp support and medkits dropping in. SAR's coming in to try to help out. Nano wears off. SAR's making the frag.
Phase gate's not going to survive, and the chair also might go down before Ferrari and Karika can reinforce. Interesting.
This is
going for the
second chair that they've lost here too. Well, it might get lost.
A little bit of overlapping on the enzyme there.
Oh, it's at 2%. There it goes. Another chair down, and a nano shield has already been spent. So the Marines are sitting on A1 weapons 2 at 12 minutes in the game. It would be in the aliens' favor right now had they not invested so many lurks, which all got taken out, and who are currently really being shown up by some really effective skulk play.
I agree with that. If they had only a couple of lurks, 1 or 2, then now they'd be sitting on 3 fades. Vaticide should be going. He's already got enough. He's at 54. I'm not sure if he's waiting for more tech or if he's not realizing, but really need that fade out on the field right now. Doing a good job cleaning up these shotguns, but a couple of the Marine players are creeping up on 60 res, so...
Yeah, they don't have mines yet either, so their base is like purely exposed to any kind of early base rush here, well, late base rush. But look at this, the OBS still isn't built. It's at 2% left in flight control right now. So it must have been that somebody had killed it.
The Commerce cycles Crossroads, but I believe it could have been saved. It was close to death, but they think they could have saved that.
First, you should check out the RT graph.
RT graph is being checked.
Now, looking at this, I think it means we did conclude that the orange is how many the aliens have killed, right?
That is correct.
Alright, so we kind of look at where it's gone. The Marines are just currently falling so far behind because they cannot hold on to their res. And they've also lost a lot of chairs. 2 chairs down, bunch of phase gates.
Right, the total res is misleading because the Marines have actually used a considerable amount of their res on reinforcing their troops, getting nanos, lots of meds. So not all of it has gone towards tech.
Yeah, and when you spend so much on, like, the early CC is nice with nano shield, but it costs so much money to support those kind of pushes that you want to make with it. And you kind of get into this position now. We have 2 RTs left online for the Marines, currently working on the 3rd. We have flight control on AA being advanced, but no CC yet. So it's going to be a long time before they can actually start utilizing all the money that they've spent up now.
And we do have our first fade. Shades in sub right now. And it looks like it had to have been a T-Res. Yeah, T-Res drop. And it looks like Vadicide's just going to save for Onos, because he's already at 63. So I think that's the original plan, is to go Lurks, all T-Res fades, and just go straight Onos with the last person. Which isn't too bad. I mean, except for the Lurks not panning out as well.
Virsoul, it's quite unconventional.
It's unconventional. It's a refreshing strategy. Let's put it with that.
Refreshed. They all died. And I don't think they paid off because their skulk play was definitely a lot better than all the Lurks combined.
So, 3 Marines pushing ventilation. Gonna get the extractor, but they're gonna lose Crossroads in the process. I don't think it's quite an even trade for them.
Well, all that's left in Crossroads now is 1 Marine with 1 shotgun fighting a fade with no nano.
Shades has gotta watch out. He's got 2 coming from behind him.
But those 2 have 1 guy coming in on their flank, back to side looking to get the surprise here. The fade already abandoning, so back to side just trying to get anything he can. Missing the little bite. Benny left with no armor. T-Dunk trying to make a play. Get him chased off.
So the high's been up for quite a while now. Atrium's still low. It's sitting at 28%. At least could have been a nice to have a Crag on there. And no other tech has gone out except for Fade. They did get a Shift Hive, but there's no Leap, there's no Blink in the motions. Nothing else is coming out except for just T-Res Fades.
Honestly, at this point in the game, the aliens are quite ahead. They've killed, what is this, 10 extractors to the Marines 6. But right now they're sitting on just all over the map. Currently they have fades, they can drop as many as they want as long as they keep them up. And the Marines are just struggling on their back foot to try to get re-established.
And oddly enough, if the alien team had just stuck with a couple of Lurks and decided to go with the T-Res Fade drop, they'd be pretty much in the same position as they are right now. And a lot of them could probably just get Onos and just go 3 Onos right into their base.
What is this? What is this going on in Crevice? I think we have a base rush going on.
It's scanned though, they know about it. With the phase gate up, they're gonna be able to phase back, and they're gonna be completely ready for this.
The question is, what are they doing with this push here? It seems like it's quite hashed out, not very well. But are the Skulks gonna be able to come ahead of this? No, bunches of shotguns showing up. Why you don't just go straight to the base, especially when you've been scanned? Very dangerous play. It didn't accomplish anything. I
agree with that. After they were scanned, they should have known that that wasn't going to work. They didn't need to do a big pressure play like that because they're holding quite a bit of the map. They're sitting on 5 Harvesters, which is crazy amount for Summit.
5 Harvesters is 5 personal res every minute, provided you don't die, or 50 T-res every minute, which is extremely substantial because that's an extra fade every minute that you can spend on, or any other kind of life form that you really want to get for.
We see our first tech coming out. It's going to be Bile Bomb. Another nano that doesn't quite pay out in sub-access there.
Well, as long as the Marines can keep capitalizing on some of these aliens' missteps, they're definitely still got this, they're still in this game. They got the chairback up, the phase gate is now locked in. So if they can just slowly tech up to some jetpacks or whatever their actual goal is, we could probably see a great comeback by them, even though it looks like they could be behind, especially given all those alien extractors sitting in the back row here.
Yeah, I think aliens are just kind of like being let. The Marines are just giving aliens everything they want, though. Even if they lose a couple of extractors, they're still not in a bad position. Whereas they're kind of just hanging on to whatever they've got. And with the amount of reinforcements in meds and nanos they've been getting, they haven't been able to tech up at all. They've been sitting on 2-1 for quite some time now. They got the advanced armory, I'm assuming, in preparation for jets, but they're still a while from being able to afford that.
And just to like put it in perspective, your prototype lab's 40 res, and then you have another, I think, 25. Don't quote me on it, but I think it's another 40, 25. Right.
Now Onus is up now.
Actual research. Oh no. Well.
Now Onus is going to need a gorge, though.
That probably could be the game for Marines, since they don't have jets up. Their armor is still at 1. That's still a 2-hit kill for Marines. So we're probably going to see this Onos come in and pull a play to Crossroads, lock down the feed gate, kill the CC, and just kind of end it from there.
And there's the Proto. So the aliens have got to make a move to crush Crossroads before jets go up. If jets go up, Marines can still slow tech back into this game, like Bitey said. But if they lose cross, I'm going to say it's done because there's going to be no way to get jets. You need the second chair in order to get that. And
look at this! Look at this comp lab. 5 guys getting pulled for 1 fade. So Crossroads is completely left open. We're going to see this Onus just walk in here. But wait a minute.
I'm worried this Onus is actually going to get killed here.
Now, if he doesn't play this carefully, they're not going to be able to come out ahead. Back to side, getting surrounded.
He's going to lose this.
Bad position for the Onus to go in. Oh my God! Brand new Onus gets fragged because of a little bit of bad positioning. Will they claim anything else after this? No, the fades are getting out. But man, that's a big win for the Marines. Brand new Onus taken down.
Yeah, that was. I saw that coming. It's like unless he got out right away, he wasn't able to win that. All the Marines were there, and they were in position to shoot him. You can't just take on 5 Marines.
Either a miscommunication by the aliens, or he just, you know, once you get surrounded, or once you feel like you're going to be surrounded as the Onos, it's always best to start retreating before you even take much chip. Because your HP is basically, you know, your gauge for how aggressive you can be. Look at this, we have another small base rush going on right here, but they're going to get cleaned right up. 2 shotguns.
And we got
this jet's already started.
We got 3 fades waiting in comp lab to accomplish something here. They were hiding out where that base rush was going on. I'm not sure if they were expecting some sort of hit on sub-axis or not.
And I'm just curious to see, like, what are these aliens going for here? Like, they clearly have, like, the economy and base advantage. They have everything they could really need to try to win the game. Just been making a few bad decisions that have been really hammering their ability to come out ahead of this. And wow, look at T-Dunk here!
I'm not sure he's aware. He has
he's actually
blink.
Going the wrong way this time. I don't think there's any way out of this room.
I don't think he knows he has blink. Wow. Oh my, he was trying to shadow step everywhere. He could have escaped easily.
Yeah, but the thing was, like, he was in comp lab, 3 shotguns couldn't get him. And it turns out that I think that was the commander came out of his chair, or maybe his buddy got the kill. But 3rd hive and sub. That means we have a factory being assembled.
That's true. It's still not complete yet. The Crags are just now finishing. They don't provide that much healing, though, so if the Marines can stay coordinated, these fades are going to have a difficult time taking them out.
And these are all shotgun Marines, too. So this push right here is extremely potent on what it's going to be able to accomplish. These fades cannot afford to push into them, because that's 3 shotguns who have a potential DPS of probably somewhere up to like 500. Except what happened here? A beacon for jetpacks. Oh no. The dreaded tech that can really help these Marines get back into this game and take control.
I feel they're going to take that right to sub-axis and take it out. That would be the proper call, and it looks like they're taking 4 down there now. Going to probably have 1 defend, and these fades are going to be in trouble here.
So this game isn't going to be over even if this ends. Like, there's 2 things that's going to happen from here. Provided the Marines win, we have 2 guys right up to Onos. There'll be a double Onos or triple Onos explosion, and then we're going to see this game take the next step into being, like, crazy. Because even with this hive getting killed, we have 2 guys ready for P-Res Onos play.
Yeah.
It depends how many fades can get out of this and stay alive. Flamingo here, not able to go... Wait, yeah, both of those guys can afford to sack and go Onos next. But they're giving up the hive for this and all of this resource that they did invest down here.
Yeah, I don't know what Superstars
trying to make some kind of hero play. Not going to work out here. There's just too many Marines all wielding a shotgun. This force right here is scary. That's weapons to A1 jetpacks. That's a lot of stopping power.
Yeah, I think if the aliens had just ignored the Marines and gone right for Crossroads, that would have been a bigger play. If they could have taken Crossroads for sub, that would have meant no more jets.
Almost lost a lot of tech there, but what are these Marines? These Marines are all sitting at plenty of res to buy jetpacks for the next 3 to 4 lives.
Looks like Barbados is setting up to do a sneaky base hit. But there's 3 Marines in base right now. They just tried
one earlier too. And it looks like they might leave main open here. This Proto and Obs are at pretty low amounts of HP. He's getting the biles in, but he gets caught by Marditu.
Yeah, I probably should have just gone for it. Because he wasn't going to be able to run away from that jetpacker.
Now we got another big fight going on in Crossroads. 1 Marine shotgun, nano shield pop, Fade and Skulk versus Marditu with a shotgun. The shotgun claiming the Vacticide Skulk. Shade's trying to get away, makes it out. They lost a Harvester out of that too. They re-dropped sub-access as well. But now we have one Marine sitting down here. A shotgun. I don't think he can... He's got to be careful with his rounds here. He's not going to be able to finish it with just those 3 Craigs unless... Big support, big plays.
Heal wave on them, so...
1 versus 3. Nano shield. 13. 9%. I just don't think that was the best play. Look at that. All of those are super healing right now, which is a fun ability of the Craig, which gives you, I don't know, 3 times the healing power of normal. Something like that.
Yeah, so you got the heal wave on all of these, which is... It definitely kept that hive alive. So good call by the commander, or whoever jumped in there to do that. And now we're kind of where we were just a few minutes ago. Same number of harvesters, hive building, marines with jetpacks. Still no extra tech from either side.
Well, the only difference here is we have 2 players ready to Onos at a moment's notice.
I think we've already got one.
Flamingo already popping up, ready to come up at sub-axis. So, wow.
And now
about to get serious. Now the factory's almost done too. 67, 70%. Third hive allows you to drop the Onos as an egg. So that's why we call it the third hive Onos factory.
Onos factory.
Onos factory, where the orders come in and Onos come out.
Oh no, Barbados is in trouble. That Onos is going to have a hard time trying to...
Oh no, you
oh! They didn't see it coming.
Some magic happen because he's got the Craigs, the heals, Cabal being caught. Oh no, jetpacks and shotguns going down, down, down. That was about 80 P-res of stuff just killed.
That went way different than I thought that was going to go. The Marines just being taken by surprise by the Onos, focusing instead on the Gorge and not realizing it until it's too late.
Now we have the Marines hanging on. You know, this is like a cliffhanger match. They're trying to hang on to this match. I don't know what they're going to do from here, though. We have Weapons 3 going up. Armor 1 is still all that she wrote. We have 2 Onos on the field now.
I think it's just going to be very difficult for Marines. If the aliens react properly, all they have to do is just sit on all that they have, and as soon as the Marines move out, they can just either take base or crossroads. It's okay to lose one of the hives if they kill the Marine main base or crossroads.
Right here, like you said, Glass Hallway looking like it wants to check out crossroads. The Skulk scouting ahead. Onos thinking about going in. It's completely clear. What is he waiting for?
Not really sure what he's waiting for. Maybe he's always waiting for the Onos to come in. He doesn't want to give away that he's there.
Yeah, but it's a little bit late now because now they're returning. We have 3 Onos up. Oh, man.
I think he was just scouting. Oh, with the nano shield going down. Huge. And they're all distracted by these Onos in Comp Lab. So I think they're going to lose Crossroads here. Crossroads phase gets down.
When Crossroads goes down, that means no more jetpacks on the field. They're going to lose all of their RTs here. We have 3 life forms, and there's the GG.
Yeah, there's the G. Yeah, I think at that moment they knew that it was over. 2 Onos running into base, losing Crossroads, no more jets, and there was just no way out of that. Vex just having a complete surround, a whole like horseshoe shape around the Marine base.
Yeah, once you like that was the Marines just could not capitalize on the small openings that those aliens kept making. 4 lurks at the intro, all fragged. I mean, they did do some. They did really well skulk play, but man, those aliens are just throwing the game until they finally were able to lock it in and turn it around with all those Onoses at the very end. So, first round taken by VX on the alien side.
Well, now we're going to switch it up. Vex is now going to be playing as the Marine team, and DTPN will be taking over as the alien team.
So, if anybody here is new, you know, this is a free weekend. You're new to the game, you're checking everything out, you're like, hey, it's free, it costs $10-ish, somewhere around there. This is a glimpse into the ENSL competitive scene. We have, this is the 2nd season. This is one of the American divisional brackets. There's like 9 divisions or something like that. 3 groups. I don't know. I think I'm butchering everything that it is. But there's competitive NS2. and it's really fun. There's a lot of casting. You know, me, Virsoul, bunch of other dude skis out there. And this is your window into what it's like. 6v6 competitive action. All sorts of goodies.
Yeah, 6v6 quite different from public play.
The biggest difference is the amount of teamwork and coordination that these teams need to execute to make sure that they get their stuff done right.
Yeah, and I'm excited for the day when public play starts to be a lot more like public play. People get a lot more coordinated. I've seen glimpses of that, and people starting to recognize that if you work together, you can really accomplish a lot more than if you just try and go off by yourself.
But I like being a hero. Another cool thing about the ENSL is currently it's kind of a upstarting league and getting bigger as time goes on. But our biggest events right now are a massive event going on in Germany, Cologne, which Nexel is fortunately enough to be a part of. Being flown out there by UWE, getting a free trip to Germany, going to be on the TV live on April the 10th. I had to pay $150 for my passport. That's expensive. It's gonna be fun. Big fun.
Huge fun. So much fun, exciting. You won't know what to do with yourself.
Oh, get that water, Virsoul! You know, that was a little bit of a lackluster cast for me. I suppose it could have been a little bit more action-packed, but I don't know. You know, it's not like quite...
You gotta pace yourself.
Edge of my seat. Edge of my seat. It hasn't been quite the edge of my seat game today.
That's true. That game was kind of, you know, just a little slow
nothing
back and
big,
forth. Right.
Nothing like over the top. Just a lot of mistakes.
I think the 4 lurk was really interesting. I think that it just didn't pan out for Vex as well as they had hoped. I bet that's not something DTPN is used to though. So it's kind of, you know, using the surprise element to, on your side.
Well, I'm just gonna shoot it down, literally and figuratively. You just research shotguns, and then NBD. No big deal. Those are just lurks. They're paper thin. They're not built for that. Especially when the skulks came out and did the job. Like 2 skulks did the job that 3 to 4 lurks couldn't do. I mean, come on. Come on. Think about that for a little bit. Before you go investing in 4 lurks, think about 2 lurks tops. Lurks are built for support. I'm the... Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's not quite yet.
Oh, not quite yet. Well... Like I was gonna say, I am one of the Nexel main lurks.
Oh, there we go.
And,
they're actually
okay, never mind. I'll just drop that off. You know, drop it.
Drop it off.
Drop it at the store. We'll get it later. Because now we're gonna go live. We've got the exact same spawns. The orange side being possessed by DTPN over here in Datacore, while on the blue side in flight control we have the Marines VX going for a much more. What is this split? Looks like it's going to be a 2-2-1. Could be a 3. Looks like it's going to be 2. Kind of a more standard opening right here. Comm building. Kind of straightforward. But, oh, the comm did not drop any RTs in that little span right there.
Oh, yeah, he got out to build before dropping
anything.
anything.
Vacticide being caught with 4 skulks, which is now 3 skulks. Caught for being the first frag. Vacticide being overwhelmed, though, by 3 skulks.
Getting a little out of position
now
there.
Leaving T-Dunk by himself. Not good.
I'm not sure it's communicating to him because Marta Tutu is right behind him. Marta
Marditu. Oh no, but there are 3 skulks starting to go into the Marine main. There are currently 3 Marines up on the field. 2 just died. We have 2 IPs online. Barbados and the comm. No, Barbados is the comm and T-Dunk chasing these Marines off. But now we have 2 Marines hammering ventilation RT. Getting killed by Flamingo.
Decided to drop himself off the ledge there, knowing that there's no hope left. But getting that harvester is a big deal. Because the aliens haven't actually done any economical damage to the Marine side from delaying them. But getting that harvester down was the first big hit to the aliens.
Now we have Super SARS going down to sub-axis, being overwhelmed by 3 angry skulks. Now we have another 3v2 fight going on right here down in Computer Lab. Taking a little bit of chip on the alien side. Although Benny Karka and Marditu trying to... Not sure what they're going to do. They're going to throw a 5-man crush coming on. Look up in Comp Lab. We have 2 skulks coming in from the north. Everything's gonna swarm around these two Marines. Are they gonna pull it out? I don't think so. They're getting bit down. They're getting bit down. They're gone.
Doing really well though for 2v5. Managed to take out 2.5 skulks, and then that leaves no reinforcements for reactor. So if these skulks don't respond properly, which looks like they're going the right way, they might lose the reactor in the process here.
Oh, but these Marines are going to be caught partially reloading. Actually, VexX only using the hatchet, but letting these aliens get a little bit too close here. Swooped up. Calbo and Marditu making a nice clear. Whenever you're hitting an RT like that, you have to make sure that you moderate your bullets. Like your AR actually has the fastest DPS of all your weapons on you, at least until you get the armor down. But that's more advanced. But when you pull out your hatchet, that means you're going to be right in your face in front of the RT. That means you're not looking at the entrance, and you have to like bury your head into the harvester. So what happened was they got too close and they got wiped because the skulks were just swooping in.
Vaticide going to be getting another large group of aliens here. Started as a 2v or 1v3, turned into 2v2, and then looks like they might be 1v1 now. Marditu versus Vaticide, and managed to clean it up, but Benny's going to be right here from behind. See if he can clean up Vaticide.
Look at all these meds laying around on the ground. Is he going to be able to fight over these the proper way? No! Benny making a nice kill right there. That's about 6 res sitting there on the ground, not to mention the ones that he picked up. But over here in ventilation, we have some pressure going on.
Nice job by
Stars
Superstars.
making a great clear right there. Still one more skulk left. If the meds come in, no, they will not. We have one more Marine Flamingo over here near the maintenance access skulk.
Looks they're both aware of each other. Flamingo knows that he was just there, and the Drifter spotted Flamingo, so they're both very well aware that the other one is nearby.
Drifter acts like a small portable radar dish, which is why. Ooh.
Nice
but Flamingo managing to take the kill there. This harvester still in ventilation is sitting at 38%. We'll probably see him start to push up there soon.
Marine's just now getting armor 1. That's still about another 40 seconds out before they get that.
Like, I think all of the Marines' res has been going into heavy med support. I've been seeing a lot of them be dropped, and some of them are just left on the floor after the fight. It's definitely something you gotta watch out for, is over-investing into med support.
So Flamingo's still stuck down here in sub-axis, not able to accomplish anything. Gonna get sneaked up on by Karika, and it goes down finally.
I'm not sure what he was really looking at trying to accomplish there. Because if you're just gonna sit around, you're not gonna help out too much. But if you always find yourself lacking of something to do, try to push forward and make the aliens come to you.
I'm really happy the Marines here are putting some more pressure back on. When you are getting attacked like this and you're kind of behind, it's hard to not get stuck into defensive mode. When you gotta be active a little bit about hitting the aliens, because if you just sit back, you're gonna let them tech up, get lots of res. They're doing the right thing here. I think if they can save Crevice though, one person from Crevice, from each of them saving Crevice, then that'd be a big win for them. 2 harvesters for 1 extractor. Looks like they're probably going to be losing this. So at their current state, I'm still not sure that was a win or not, because the aliens are not in too bad of a position right now, sitting on 2 harvesters, and the Marines are only on 1 extractor. Can't really afford any meds until they get another extractor up.
Yeah, once you're stuck on 1 extractor, it becomes a real slugfest whether or not you can actually get out of this. That means all your Marines have to sit there. They cannot get any support from you. And that means that, you know, once these aliens get these kills coming in, oh no, it's going to be a really big win for the aliens as long as they kill all these Marines right here. It's Super SARS versus Cabal and Karka. Oh, he's dropping the meds though. Floating at 10 res. Just enough to drop another RT.
Yeah, I'm not sure if dropping meds there was the proper choice, because they're not really defending anything. If they died, they didn't lose anything. But dropping the meds on 1 harvester, every one of those sets you back 6 seconds.
And once you hit that, there it goes. Finally getting another RT coming online. So it's 1 team res every 6 seconds, and like 0.1 P res every 6 seconds. So you have to make sure that you keep your money supply up, because, you know, both of them are extremely important to maintain that your players are well fed with money and cash.
I think what the Marines need right now is just basically heavy pressure suicide into Marine bases. Like with this group around here in ventilation, this is great, but they can't have any support. They got to go in knowing that they're dying and then just respawn because they've got 2 IPs and they don't have much to defend right now. So if they can keep the pressure on while they just build up a little bit of res and then resecure, once they have that, then that'd be much better. The 2 group there can still push into data. And I got 2 lurks coming now towards ventilation.
That will let them pull off that lurk pressure from doing any kind of damage. And only, what was that? They took 1 harvester for 3 Marines, and they have 1 guy sitting around in Crossroads. Which is not good because there's lurks online, and there's 1 Skulk who's starting to contest them. Looks like he might get this fight out in his favor. There
Rifle
you go.
butt.
And a rifle bash to finish it off.
And no one's near the hive, and reactor core is slowly dying. They finally get assist there, but it's going to be pretty low by the time that it gets healed up, or gets assisted up. So it's going to be pretty easy for 1 Marine to take out once he gets back into reactor.
One important thing is that the Marines have to still remember to get over there. It's always hard to remember if you kill assist and then rechecking those harvesters. As a man who often shoots assist off of harvesters, I often forget that I did it. And then you gamble on the comm forgetting about it. Double lurks, cleaning up a sub-axis cluster.
Shade's at least getting the Skulk, which is a big deal because now the lurks can't stay there and just get the extractor. So the extractor's safe for a little while. If they had left the Skulk alive, then if they clear it, the Skulk can stay there and get the extractor. Vaticide finding some treasure up in Atrium, couple of crags, but I don't know if he's. It doesn't look like he's doing damage to him though.
I don't think he's close enough to him. Either that or there's some kind of bug going on. But look at this, left alone against a lurk with 2 crags. Just not where you want to be right there.
That Drifter and sub seeing everything, being so vital to the aliens this game.
The only thing is nobody has seen it. Like they're not scanning for it, nobody's walked into it. It's just paying itself off.
Right, that one in Crossroads
by giving up
as well.
that extra intel.
Oh no, don't touch the Shades. So another big engagement here in Crossroads. Looking to get a phase gate there, but it's going to be difficult now with these 2 Skulks in the lurk, and it's going to get cleaned up. Marines just looking for some breathing room here, because they've been stalled on tech for a while, getting shotguns, but I think really that they just want to get a forward base so they can push out, and I think that's really what Crossroads is going to be for them. If they can get that, they can push reactor, get that low extractor down, and push ventilation from there, hitting alien resin, maybe get a better defense position on theirs.
Yeah, right now they just have to get like a foothold somewhere so they can stay in this game, you know. These lurks are continuously shutting down these solo Marines. They need to either make a big play on one of these life forms, or just establish and hold something so they at least can get a little bit of a forward presence. Because right now, all they've been doing is chipping away at ventilation and kind of just fighting on the rest of the map, not getting much accomplished. Killing some Skulks here and there, but both of these lurks have been up. They've been doing massive plays together.
And they committed to this phase gate now in Crossroads.
Now we have a 2v3 fight, 2 lurks versus 2 Marines. 1 Marine going down quickly, the second one being cleaned up by Cabral. Cabal.
Ventilation going down again. Small victory here for the Marines. But at this moment, they need all they can get.
Ooh, and this lurk taking a dangerous dive. He's got no energy. He can't flap away. If they can cut him off here, he's getting greedy. 36% on this health. But looking like some great skills by Nano Benedy coming up and cleaning out all 3 Marines with spikes.
Yeah, that was some risky play there, being really brave. If those Marines had been fully reloaded and were a little bit more aware of what was going on, I think that lurk would have been in a world of hurt.
Yeah, just a little bit better shooting and they would have been able to frag lurk right there. So we're kind of like sitting around waiting for these Marines to get some forward positioning here. Because every time they push into ventilation, they get the RT, but then they get cleared off. And with 3 harvesters up at all times, the aliens just aren't getting in a bad position. Looks like finally we've got a phase gate up, and it looks like Atrium's going to be started to be contested here.
This is just really good because the aliens are so far away. The 2 lurks are making their way over there, but they're in data.
Here it comes. 3 shotguns here.
A 4th joining.
Craigs right now. Oh, this lurk has to be really careful if he's going to start this engagement here. He's got half health. He cannot afford to get hit by any of these shotguns. He needs to watch himself. He's got shotguns on every single side. Oh, wow. Some great plays coming in by Naldo Benny. The 2 lurks making their themselves known. Cabal almost getting fragged. Meds dropping in everywhere. Shotguns trying to blare off. Now there's only 1 Marine left. T-Dunk coming in on the support. Coming in from Crevice. Trying to help out, but he's got nothing here. It's all him versus 4 alien life forms. If that play was just accompanied by a little bit better shooters, they probably would have won that and came out ahead. If they just fragged one of the lurks, would have made that a world's different. Here we go again, the hit gearing up again. This is a 5-man
Shade's got in position, trying to save those shotguns.
Trying to get this win in their favor. Cabal taking half health damage. Benny and Cabal, the only 2 left over here. Du Ferrari Fade just pops out of his egg, back to side, being caught on his own, getting swarmed by 4 life forms converging on him. T-Dunk and Superstar is starting to be cleaned up. Fades and lurks swooping in on these targets 1 at a time. Flamingo and Shades are the only 2 left in this engagement right here. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? They gotta get out of there. Shades being picked off behind. The Fade coming in. Flamingo left alone. Du Ferrari getting a little bit greedy there, but getting out with his life. The 2 lurks, another Fade up on the field. Du Ferrari, the lurk and Fade trying to make some big plays here. RD2 coming in, getting swipes. Here come 4 life forms swooping in again. Starting to create a feed gate. Here it comes.
Yeah, every time it's about to be a feed gate, the Marines stay just alive long enough where the aliens can't move over there, and the spawn wave comes back in for the Marines.
Look at this, just slowly being shoved back onto their right
Skulk from behind.
And look at that, a great flank by Kirka here, taking the bullets away, but nothing's still getting really accomplished right there.
Yeah, Fatisite taking out one harvester at the bottom. He's going to be moving into ventilation after that. So this is going to be kind of silly, but they're slowly whittling away at what the aliens have here. And the aliens aren't pushing the Marines. The Marines still sitting on 3 extractors, getting armor 2 now. And I think if they can manage to get either Atrium down with a big push or somehow secure sub or crossroads, they can stay in this game.
Just to update you on back to side status, he was KIA. Over in ventilation. They sent 1 lurk to go deal with him. Almost killed the lurk, but didn't work out. Now we have a feed gate starting to form here. Feed gate is when all the life forms surround the gate and it becomes a very painful thing to exit. We've got a Fade, 1 Gorge, a lurk, and now a small skulk trying to run in. Help out 2 Marines instantly phase out. Du Ferrari and Hit trying to make some plays. Gorge Love coming in. Naldo Benny. Barbados, the last one left alive outside of this gate. They need to hurry up. They need to start phasing through if they want to keep it. Now bullets coming in from the other side of Crevice. Really good area to get some chip off right there. RT2, is he a Fade? He almost fell into the pit there. Oh, but look at this. Du Ferrari, the Fade, almost getting fragged. 15%. Not supposed to stay in there at that level. 33% left on the gate here. Look at the cysts all over this map.
Everything covered. And that phase gate getting recycled. And even with armor 2 coming up, I feel like there's going to be a slow choke coming in here on the Marines. No second base setup. Sub being the safest place right now, with Crossroads already being fully assisted with even like a Crag to boot. Second Crag coming up. So Marines' only way out is sub access. And you're looking at a very long game if they want to try and hold sub and tech from there.
And just to give you an update on like the Pira status, we have Karika, who is likely going to be the onus. He's sitting at 71 without the second chair up, but look at this. We have 2 lurks now swapping into flight control here. Now the comm is out. Fighting against 2 lurks is just so scary. And he's running out of bullets, but these lurks are pressured off. It's kind of weird because they could have easily won that fight.
Yeah, going for spores even. These lurks staying alive for a long time, paying for themselves.
But like I was saying, you know, there's just nothing that these Marines can do right now. They need to get a second chair if they want to even bother contesting with the Onos when it comes out. Their weapons aren't very high on top of that, and there's cysts everywhere.
Yeah, they got Facegate now down in sub, but they got to realize that there's going to be some force coming here to clear them out.
This is a 4v3 fight. Cabal being fragged as the lurk, going into a fight that's just so dangerous to go into. Don't fly into a room with 4 Marines flying in there with a gun. Very dangerous.
So Marines trying to keep up the pressure a little bit here. Push towards ventilation. Always important to keep some form of pressure, even if you're trying to be defensive. Can't let the other team get away with too much.
Especially when you're on the back foot like this. They brought, look at this, all 4 guys have shotguns here. And it's like, I guess they can go in for a big play because that's really all they have left in the book to really go off of. Oh. If they don't get harvesters down and start hammering at these aliens who just now dropped a 3rd hive.
Command station under
this is looking grim. It's looking grim, Virsoul.
Well, with sub getting cleared out, still need to get those cysts off the extractor point so that they can get another harvester down there, or extractor, I'm sorry. And then pushing ventilation down. They could probably even contest that and take that if they really wanted to, but just make sure that they secure sub so that they have another more resource income. 2-2 is done. They're going to need to get jets going, though, or something before Onos come out. Onos is already moving his way, actually. Just papped in DC. He's going to make his way across. Probably going to go to sub and break that.
But just to update you, we have 3 life forms over in flight control right now. The Marines can't respond to anything else right now. We have 2 Marines stuck in crossroads. The comm did jump out of his chair. Ah, there comes the Onos. It's just a matter of time, Virsoul. It's looking so scary. It's so grim. What are they gonna do? I don't know what they're gonna do. We've got a big Onos starting to walk into the base. He's at 75% HP, but we've got Fades, Lurks, 3rd Hive.
Yeah, it looks like they're perfectly content to just let them have sub. It looks like they want to break the main base. Oh no, my game crashed.
What?
Yeah, I got a game error.
No. Okay. That means I'm gonna have to step it up really hard. So, in sub access, we got 3 Marines crowding around the phase gate. We had a 4th one for a moment. We have 3 life forms in comp lab. Onos, Lurk, Fade, all starting to move into the Marine main start here. It looks like the fight's gonna engage a 2nd Fade coming in through comp lab. They're swooping in. There's 4 life forms versus 1 Marine. It's Flamingo versus a bunch. Oh my God! The Onos went straight for the power node. Here it goes. We have 1 life form, 2 life forms. They're all here. All the Marines are here. The power is down. There's not much left to do. Karika being a little bit caught here, but there goes the GG. The power goes down, and the game is won by DTPN.
I just missed the end of the game? Come on.
Yeah.
Ah.
They sold the deal.
Come on.
It was incredible. It happened just like I thought it would.
I'd like to apologize to all the people watching. It's not my fault. The game crashed.
Water. See, I could talk like that all the time, but then I wouldn't leave you any room to speak. You know, should I do that more? Maybe I should. The other thing is, when I get excited, like, my voice goes up, and then when I talk serious, it's like a voice goes down. What should I pick, Virsoul? It's like, you know.
What if you get excited about serious things?
Excited about serious things. Yeah, they're coming in to the left, to the right, to the other side. I don't know.
Alright, I am back in now. I think everyone was expecting the end to happen eventually anyways, though, so probably not a big surprise.
It's okay, I stepped up where you dropped out. Boom!
Boom. Alright, so we gotta change it to tram now, right?
Yes. Oh, look at this, they need a 5-minute break. He needs some hydro fluid, that's what he said. Naldo, Benny, I know what you mean, I got a little cup right here. Listen to that, that's water. That's H2O right there.
So we're going to take some time to load up the next map and do some consistency checking, and then it looks like we're going to take the teams are going to be taking just a little break here. I don't know if you want to go over anything about last game that happened there.
Well, basically what happened there is I think the aliens always were pretty much in the lead. They were doing a lot of what they needed to get done and doing it the right way. I think looking at the teams, I feel like DTPN was a little bit more organized, I suppose. But in the end, they just weren't able to overcome the aliens, both sides. They just couldn't set up right and make the hits happen as they needed to in order to win a round.
Yeah, I think Vex was doing some good plays, knowing to keep the pressure on, knowing where to hit. They were doing pretty good at that. But I think early on, maybe just being a little bit too,
I think med heavy would be
a little bit too reckless, right, with their team resources. Marines just need to know how to be better about positioning and knowing when they can win an engagement and when to back up and defend. And that will relieve a lot of pressure from a commander to know when he's able to drop meds and be able to tech up a lot more and be more of a benefit towards Marines in the end.
Look at your chat. Like when your stuff crashed out, they just like step it up. Paint a picture. See, maybe I should do that, you know. Do that more often, just like go overdrive. But then it's like, well, where's Virsoul gonna come in? It's like, I don't know. Shit. You know, I'll be like a radio guy. Just do the radio thing. Hey, we got him over here! Hey, we're going over there! We got 2 skulls going in over there! There's 2 fates, 2 lurks, all swooping in! We got the Marines coming down over there! You know what? Maybe I should do like that one guy does. You know, you linked me when he would like read off all the viewers. Helps with, I guess, tongue-tying, so you don't do that?
Oh, the guy cool. from Dota 2 who reads thousands of people's names?
Every day?
Every time he can.
Does he do it every day?
Every time he can. It's a lot of people.
So I could read you my console. How about that? Number 2, Instant Lua, PowerPoint, Light Handler, colon, Lua 82. Self equals PowerPoint, Light Handler, colon. No, wait, that's left bracket, parenthesis, right bracket, parenthesis. PowerPoint equals PowerPoint minus 264. Left bracket, alive equals true, comma, animation graph index equals 70, comma, armor equals 1000. Attack time equals 0, comma, build fraction equals 1, comma, collision. Okay, no more. That's ridiculous.
Let's just get into it.
Comma, comma. I actually missed a few, so my game would be screwed up if I missed those. Because they're very crucial. I'm not sure. Oh, these are actually script errors. Oh, that's not an error. That's fine. Don't worry about that. You just mouse over that and look at the other stuff.
Don't worry about that.
That's okay. You don't need these. That's your muffler. You don't need it, dude.
You don't need the muffler. Get out of here, muffler.
What's it do?
You're like the car appendix. Get out of here.
Exactly. I mean, what? It just makes you quiet? I want to be loud. It's the weekend. You don't need to be quiet. Step it up. It's not like the laws make you have one or anything. So, this is Tram. Anybody who's new, you know what? If you're new and you get here at the 3-minute mark, you should be like, I'm new to this game and I'm playing on the free weekend. And then we can be like, welcome to NS2. So I'm going to break down what this map is. This is Tram, the 2nd most popular map in ENSL. One of the 2nd most played maps too. Next to Summit, which is in 1st.
Alright, we've been trying to add more maps that here in ENSL. It's like been trying to get Jambi in the rotation as well as Descent, which is a new map released by Unknown Worlds recently. It's a really, really excellent looking map.
You'll know what Descent is because it looks really pretty. There's a lot of stuff in it.
Looks pretty.
Looks pretty. Looks real pretty. It's a space station too. You know, lots of these could, you know, theoretically these could all be like space stations on like a space station planet. Like a Death Star kind of thing.
It's like, this is where all the space stations go to hang out.
Natural selection too? Oh, this is a space station planet. You know, it's like the space station used car lot. Because, you know, everything looks really old. So they're like used space stations. Used car lot. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. This is got some character on these space stations. Especially Tram. Tram's got some real character.
He's basically saying it's old. Looks, you know, have you?
I'm saying
it's
got a good personality.
Everywhere. You know, I remember noticing this on, maybe it's just Descent, but there's like wires, cords, and trip hazards all over the place on like all of these maps. It's like, I understand there's a car threat, like, you know, in your AO, in your area around you, but, you know, could you at least not leave trip hazards? Like, look at elevator transfer. There's a cord right in the middle of the room. Maybe that's actually like a strap.
I think it's a strap. Yeah, that's
I think it's a strap. But look, there's another cord. Look at this. Look at down in observation here. You know, look at this. 1 cord, 2 cord. Probably a 3rd one somewhere in there. I can't see it though.
Where are the cords?
The cords are right there, like between elevator transfer and ops. It's like trip hazards.
Oh, on
why
the ground
would you
here?
just like leave them there?
Maybe they're weighing you down.
What? You know, the aliens just don't like explode here. I mean, I know they're bacteria, but come on now. You know, these cords could be put up. Like, look, there's a little toolbox right there. Who leaves the job half finished?
Well, sometimes, you know, sometimes you gotta get a break. Maybe they're just on break. Maybe there's a union strike.
And that's why the bacterial infection took off.
Yeah.
Because there was a strike, and the workers weren't being paid enough, and they got pissed. So they're like, you know what? We're just going to stop hosing down the decontamination goop. Then you're going to see what happens.
And then there were aliens.
And then there were monsters. They're not just aliens, they're monsters. They're rapidly mutating bacteria that turn into life forms that start biting you and eating you alive. Very scary. Actually, you know what? I was about to be like, you know, there's really not that much stuff on the floor here. But Descent, I vividly remember having many cords. So if we ever get there, remind me to talk about OSHA safety standards, because that's what I talk about.
Lots of exposed wiring in the wall, too, in, like, common areas. You're like, why are there just wires in the wall here?
Well, you know, it's like we were working on the lighting when the invasion hit, because the first time they built the place, the lighting wasn't very good. It wasn't up to OSHA International Galactic Space Standards. So we had to make sure that, you know, either you get the fixes done or you got to pay the fines. You know, and they didn't want to pay the fines every year. Because every year you didn't fix them, you got to pay the fines.
Man, those fines, I tell you.
I mean, who wants those bureaucracies telling you how to build a building? I mean, come on now. That's just ridiculous.
Well, this is why the union had a strike.
Exactly, because they were being, well, what? Why? Wait, OSHA, like, sticks up for, like, the worker, and, like, workers don't mind OSHA. Usually. It's like, I just want to do my job safe, and OSHA's like, we'll keep you safe. Well, you know, I guess it depends on the workplace. Like, coal miners usually don't like OSHA, because, like, OSHA's like, you gotta be really safe, and coal miners are like, I can be as safe as I want.
I live in be as safe as I want.
And there's always drama. I don't know, I feel like I might be treading on people's livelihoods and stuff.
It's the coal miner philosophy. It's my body, I do what I want.
It's my body, and I cry when I want to. Oh.
This is taking quite a while here, actually.
That's okay, because we know that this game is going to be intense.
It's going to be a long game.
Severe.
The last games we had in Train were long, so...
Long. I mean, they were like 40 minutes long.
I got a water.
45 minutes long.
Used the restroom before we started this in anticipation of this being a long game. Kind of treated it like a road trip. Gotta get prepared.
A road that we travel often. Well, actually, I don't know. Sometimes we go late game, but I don't know what road you're talking about. Like platform to South Tunnels, you know, that's a road. Well, it's train, it's track, it's a track.
Talk about real roads.
Well, those are real roads. What do you mean? Like trains are a form of road and transportation?
They're a railway.
A railway? What's a railway?
It's weird. I can't remember how this map used to look. It's gone under a lot of transformations.
Well, it used to be like this thing in the center that was called, that had like that the command chair was like moved into the corner, and then there was a hallway here in mezzanine area. It used to go like kind of straight over and then down, and then there's a room with the RT and the thing, and observation looks kind of similar. It used to go like to the left and over, and
yeah, an elevator used to be
over there. You know, just
heavily
you know,
different.
if you could see my doodles, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's how it is. That's the way it was.
You Bob Ross this for me?
Bob Ross. Okay,
That
just paint it.
that needs to be the next feature added in the game is spectators being able to draw for each other.
Yeah, please. Can I like draw stuff everywhere? Because you know I am a heavy doodler. No joke. I always like doodle in a fight. I'm like starting to scribble when I get really excited. I'm like, oh my god, back to side versus Karka and Hub right now. What's gonna happen? We have scribbles going everywhere. Scribble, 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 scribble. Oh, the bullets are flying. The bullets are flying. I can't even see the life forms. And then I gotta be like, backspace.
That was the ambulance coming to pick up whoever just died.
There's no ambulances. We just dropped medkits.
Medkits. What
about defib kits?
What if medkits made that noise when you dropped them? You just get annoyed, like, stop dropping me medkits! Well, it looks like we're going to be going soon. Both comms jumping in, so probably see a ready here pretty soon.
This is a warm-up game, and stats won't be recorded. Just remember that, Virsoul. Very important information.
We have to do this all manual.
But DTPN calling up the big ready. Soon. Soon, period.
Soon. Trademark.
No, it's not trademarked. It's a meme. You can't trademark those.
You can.
What? No.
Why not?
Because otherwise you'd have to pay somebody when you said that.
Yeah, whoever trademarked it.
Nobody trademarked it. You're full of it. Here we go. Both teams ready. The start's coming on. The countdown's going live. And here we go. We have the car located down here in the shipping. Orange and bacterial. And the server room is the blue team, Marines. Doing a little bit of a weird split right there, but a 2-2 with 2 building at main. Both RTs dropped. Aliens doing a 2-2 split, 2 repair, 2 hub. And 1 somewhere else probably tuning into a gorge.
Going for a fast obs here with DTPN. Might be going early phase tech. Or it might be used just to spot drifters early on in the game, but I'm going to guess phase tech. Be the first thing we see out of the Marines.
The first blood's going to happen here in Hub. I'm going to call it out. Is it going to be a Marine or an alien? It's Marditu and Benny versus Super SARS, who gets caught solo. Fragged by Benny. And now we have another 2v2 fight being spotted by Benny. Looks like they... Oh, and an early scan. Look at that.
Yeah, I think that's to check for drifters. But they're just going to smartly go for the extractor, knowing that the alien commander has not gone for observation, so they are free to hit whatever they want. And they're going to just play vents and pull all the Marines back. Those Marines coming running so far back and not being able to accomplish anything.
Yeah, really smart play there by the aliens. Every time you're able to make the Marines come back to you from their forward positions, it just yanks them that much further away from your main and RTs and all of your goodies that are kept in the back line. Look at this, 2 skulks just sitting here, locked up, 2 Marines. Literally, they're not moving.
And the problem here is that the aliens can choose, yep, to overwhelm either side. So they're going to go for a Kareka here, probably take him out, and then the other Marine is just stuck here twiddling his thumbs in mezzanine.
Quickly, look at elevator transfer. We have Marditu left alone with 2 skulks just waiting to spring a big ambush. Ooh, Marditu being smart, catching somebody off guard. Meanwhile, in platform, we got those 2 skulks, the pesky skulks going for the RT. Being chased away by Cabal, even though it's Cabral. Oh, but look at Shades, pinched an event. Again, tying up 2 Marines.
Right, tying up 2 Marines, exactly. Like, he can just sit there and this is a big win. He doesn't even have to do anything.
And, you know, these 2 Marines should be out on the field. Rika going straight into the vent to get that skull. Getting the frag, but, you know, the time spent not on the field. Look at this, Super SARS down in observation.
Dropping the Harvester when they see the Marines. Now they're going to be having to rush to defend this because that's fresh. They can get that in just a few clips.
But they're not going straight for the Harvester yet. But here comes the window. The Skulks are closing in. It's a 2v3 fight. Both just spent all their bullets. The Harvester first. Mopped up by the life form swarming around them.
And risk pays off. So Marines now sitting on quite a few Harvesters, already up to 5, working on the 6th. Aliens taking work to elevator here. Platform, sorry, still about half, and Mezzi has some damage on it. But the aliens gotta get back on these extractors, otherwise, once they're done building, the Marines are gonna have nothing to do but to push into the alien side.
Yeah, the easy way to like make sure that a fight going on in mezzanine, kind of going in anyone's favor at the med support. Oh, but the hatchet comes out. That seals his fate. He's probably gonna get killed there.
Right, unless you know that Skulk is
I don't even
low
know
enough
what I
for
was
one
saying
hit,
before.
you probably just want to reload. Because if you know you can get the Skulk with one more hit, then the hatchet can do it for you. But always best just to reload in case you get it off and you're able to start shooting again.
Oh, and here's a pro tip too. Your rifle melee has a longer range than your hatchet. It's still actually a little bit longer. For only 5 less damage. The more you know.
Da, 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 da.
But in Hub, and in Elevator Transfer, we have these Marines going around. A little fight skirmish going on in North Tunnels. Flamingo must do Ferrari. Getting backed up by Cabal, but do Ferrari getting the kill. And now look at this. That 2-man pressure and observation, not spotted by a drifter. Walking straight out the RT.
I believe the drifter was scanned over there? Because they were scanning earlier for drifters. They've been keeping an eye out for them. I'm just letting that one go by. Probably smart just to let the extractor die before the drifter. Barbados getting taken out.
Going in a little bit too early. Now it's Shades versus Benny and Marditu. Very dangerous situation, but Flamingo coming in from the support. Not reloaded yet. Missing the crucial shots. Nice play by Flamingo.
An observation.
Up that potential mess.
Saved again. Carapace getting started kind of late. Going to be finished about by the 5-minute mark. It's kind of a late.
We have a CC
Carapace.
unbuilt in warehouse. That's just strange.
Yeah, I think T-Dunk may have killed whoever was there building it. I don't think anyone would leave it unbuilt. And platform being saved at 3% as well. 3 Marines going to deal with 1 Skulk in warehouse. This is a bit of an overreaction here.
Well, I guess if you want to keep Nano online, which it's not even finished, but 15 res well spent, maybe. Is he gonna finish it? I don't know. Let's go to repair room. Looks like we've got the double lurk coming online now. We have 2 Skulks, 2 lurks, with ore processing with 1 lonely Marine already at half health.
And we got a nano on the repair extractor. That was a huge waste of res there. They lost 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 res just nanoing that.
Look at what's kind of happening now. We have a phase gate going up in warehouse. They just dropped the hive in repair room. This might pan out to be a good play by the Marines.
Yeah, the aliens don't know that the Marines are there. Oh, anyway, we got superstars there. I didn't see him up there.
Still don't have the base phase gate up, and now T-Dunk's going to be going in there. Not spotting the phase gate though, which is kind of the more important structure right now. A nano going off, still not changing targets as this phase gate right here.
I think just going for the chair because it's lower and provides better cover. Not really sure.
But now he gets chased out with the phase gate finished. Now killing that chair is going to be even more of a troubling task.
Yeah, welders on the way, probably in response to the chair getting low. But the Marines are kind of on a defensive posture here. Platform not claimed. No one going there to take it. T-Dunk hitting or processing, getting some early chip damage on that. And the chair is still low in warehouse if someone wanted to go through, which I'm sure T-Dunk will make an opportunity attack here. Or Vaticide. Someone's going to be moving up there to hit it.
But these Marines are not in any position to defend it right now. So if they wanted to, they could easily take out this, maybe even the phase gate if they wanted to power it down.
We got a big push from Hub going into repair room, and I'm sure it's going to be joined by Ore. It's probably turn into a 5 push into an unbuilt hive with only a lurk defending. 2 lurks defending now.
2 lurks versus a shotgun and 2 ARs. This is some kind of fight that usually never goes in your favor as the lurk. But what did
Forces
he just
the
do?
beacon!
He just forced the beacon, but what was he going for? Yes, he lost the chair, but was it worth it to lose the chair for that?
Well, he had 1 Skulk in base who was taking down the obs. Vaticide took down the obs after the beacon went off, so it cost them 10 res to beacon, plus the 15 from the obs, and it pulled everyone out of position, which allowed the hive to stay up, which I don't think those lurks are going to be able to push out the Marines by themselves. So that was a big play by the aliens, and getting the chair in the process. So that was a really well coordinated play, and that's something that needed to work because if those Marines took the hive, they were going to be fighting from behind, trying to resecure either elevator or repair again.
And the weird thing is they keep going for this chair play again. Like, they have spent probably a good 25 to 30 res on nanos now. That chair took a nano shield before that entire ordeal started, while it was going down. So they didn't even have a nano shield to cast on the ops. They put it on that chair instead. But now we have, oh my gosh, look at this setup. 5 shotguns on the field. That's some serious trouble right there.
Now, was it DTPN last time who used a lot of nanos, or was that Vex?
That is DTPN because they keep reestablishing this chair, looking to make some magic happen with some big nano plays.
Looks like they want to establish
2 shotguns
crossroads.
in hub versus 2 lurks. The Skulk's going down. Benny left on his own. Shades getting in greedy, taking a big hit, being caught by Ferrari coming in from the reinforcement. Going down, just trying to get around that corner, but not making it out. Flamingo left on his own at 88%, getting out barely with his life.
Shade's getting really close there, almost making around that edge in south tunnels, but doesn't quite make it. Some big hits, and then just a little bit of pellet manages to finish him off.
On top of that, you know, the ping difference there would definitely have made sure that he would have died.
Another nano here in Crossroads, trying to establish a 3rd phase gate in order to get...
Oh, Flamingo, be careful here. You don't want to fight that many Marines.
Now, we do have enough for fades. Last time, Vex chose to go all T-Res fade drops to see if they actually invest in some P-Res fades. I'm hoping so, because they're going to need it.
Lurks too, so that's what really helped them back this game. But now they're in a very comfortable position with 5 RTs? 5 RTs
5 RTs, which is a lot.
Elevator
still.
transfer ready to be claimed if they ever want to try to go for that 3rd hive. The Marines, I'm not sure what they're going for right now. We have weapons 2 starting, A1 finished.
And I'm not sure if they decided to not... Oh, forcing another beacon here. At no risk. Oh, Vadisat dies, but he was just a skulk. So another beacon, they never replaced that phase gate and hub that they originally wanted. And so now they're just out of position.
I'm curious if maybe they're going to try an arc play here. Like, the warehouse is a pretty comfortable place to arc repair room from. Repair is, you know, you just park yourself right in that little angle hallway right there and you just watch the arcs do their work. But it looks like they're trying to get more phase gates on the field. Oh, these Marines are in a good position. Could be a little bit better now that phase just exploded up.
There goes that phase in hub. I believe they just probably forgot about that or didn't realize they got ghosted. But they really want that if they're going to be able to push any sort of res quickly into elevator logistics or even obs.
But this time, looks like Vacticide is trying to go for a big base play, except now that the phase gate's online. Hit jumping right out of his chair, not afraid of one lonely Skulk with all of his mines.
Yeah, it's going to be harder to pay off now that all the Marines are basically near phase gates. That's not a good time that you want to be hitting base if they're all near a phase gate, because they just reinforce back.
Still, look how many shotguns that these Marines are rocking. I'm not sure where all that money for it's coming from. Maybe it's the 5 RTs, but man, that's a lot of shotguns. Flamingo getting right in the face of 2 full pellets of shotguns. Serious SARS over here trying to get away with 4% health.
Almost losing his fade there. I think a lot of the P-Res has to do with I've only seen one group of mines bought in main base, and that was it. And so it looks like all the res has basically been shotguns. I'm not even sure I've seen welders.
Man, they are making these pay off. Ooh, Naldo Benny getting a crash out right there.
Is he disconnected?
Leaving Ferrari to fend for himself against 2 fades. Running out of bullets. No nano, no meds.
And now the proto lab is complete. They have enough res to get jetpack started. Let's see if they choose to do that right now.
Now we have 2 fades on their hub gate, making a easy feed gate out of that. Marditu coming in the flank. They don't see him coming. He's got a shotgun. They're at half health. Are they going to stand? The nano shield being popped. Shades at 50%, managing to just squeak out of there.
Yeah, I think that's the appropriate response. I think if Flamingo had been there earlier with 3 fades, they could have handled that guy. But it's too dangerous with the reinforcing phase gate, nano, and shotgun. It's going to be too difficult for those fades to know that they can take that.
I was kind of surprised he didn't actually get the kill there, because they were all both at half health. One good time shotgun would have fragged him, but now we got a serious fight going on in hub. Right in the angle here. The shotgun's trying to make their shots, not landing it. The swarming fades, cleaning house right there, creating another feed gate.
Yeah, this one I think they've got. No one's close enough. We got just Murda2 coming over, but he's not going to be able to handle 3 fades and a skulk.
Here it comes. He's coming in on the flank. He's got a shotgun here. He's got a
he gets a fade.
He gets 1 fade down. 3 fades left on their own. He's got the nano shield. Flamingo past half health. They're coming back in. They want to be getting him. Here it comes. The phase gate is down. The nano shield coming up again, but not soon enough. He dies, and the gun was empty.
Yeah, so Aliens having a big win there, taking hub, knocking a lot of T-Res out of the Marines, but losing a fade in the process, kind of a big deal. But they will be able to replace him shortly if that's the route they choose to go. Power now going down in hub to delay any more further forward phase gates for the Marines.
It's always a really smart play to go for the power node when you know you have enough time to get it down, because that will shut down their ability to get phase gates by probably another 30 to 40 seconds, depending on how much pressure they keep putting into this room. Look at this, both of these Marines being caught so out of position. Can we get some nano shields and make some magic in here? I don't know. Do Ferrari and Cabal looking at this fade. He's getting greedy. He's getting greedy. You gotta be careful right there.
Jets are up now, so we'll see if this changes the shape of the game here. If the Marines can get another foothold and push us out, if they can get elevated, they can keep Aliens pinned on 2 and don't have to worry about Onus being slammed in their face.
Well, T-Dunk is at 74 res, so he's going to be the Onos coming up. As long as they can handle the first Onos without taking any substantial big losses from it, we could probably see some big hit plays happening up. Serious Sam getting taken down to 31%, stuck in hub for the moment, trying to get away. He's at 13%, just barely squeaking out of there.
If Vaticide
and
going down.
A fade went down there, actually. I missed that one.
I'm not sure if that was an accidental beacon or if they're just grouping up to hit something.
I can only guess that they're probably going to try to make a big play out of this. They all bought jetpacks. I'm curious if they're going to try to crack a hive with shotguns. Like, look at this. 5 shotguns. Man, that's such big stopping power.
Aliens make a move through north tunnels. Got the fades going to warehouse and a skulk taking out platform. It looks like they just want to get that phase gate down in warehouse. There's no way to beacon into there. So if the Marines want to do it, they have to come back manually, or they have to beacon and then try and go through a feed gate. This is a really good call by the Aliens.
Oh, but look at this Benny almost taking out Vacticide, leaving him at 5 HP. He can't go into repair him. It looks like they might be able to clean up this hive if they power on this. And here it goes, 83% of this hive. They're racing back and forth. Who's going to kill what right here? It looks like they're going to claim a hive out of this. Nobody's coming in, but here's the Onos slowly lumbering in here. They spot it. They can just jet up onto the ceiling, though. He's got to be really careful with what they do. The Onos can't get up to him. They just kill the hive. How are they going to get the jets and tech out of here, though? Looks like they're going to fall into this hole. Ooh! Beacon!
I think the Aliens need to take warehouse now. They need to shut down that chair, prevent jetpacks, and maybe even get another hive in elevator. Make the Marines pull multiple directions, but they have to get that chair down.
Chair currently sitting at 100%, dropping down quickly as an Onos and 2 fades start hammering onto it. The Marines letting it fall, not trying to go for any big play or pinch right here.
That's surprising.
Using a nano. Here it goes. 3 Marines going into north tunnels. Vacticide being instantly taken down to half health. This is it. This is the big play. Are they going to lose the Onos here or not? Vacticide's at half. He's deciding to stick in. The Onos getting taken down to 50%. Vacticide's past half. There's no way he can make this save here. Are they going to get it out, though? The Onos goes down. A big play by Cabal right there. Managing to get the pistol snipe. But can they save all this gear? They have to stay alive just a little bit longer. If they can frag this
and a fade, oh my gosh!
Another big play down. But they didn't instantly drop the chair. They just need to get back in there and reestablish. They go straight for the phase gate first. I think probably a smart play.
Yeah, I think the phase gate first is important, because if they get the chair and they get cleared, then it's going to be easy to take the chair down again. The phase gate is what's allowing them just to have any sort of presence over on that side of the map. And right now, the Aliens, even though they had lost the hive and life forms, the infestation is creeping up on their side of the map. They're moving into ore, and they're going to be pushing up into mezzanine here pretty soon.
So So it's definitely still anybody's game as long as these Marines can keep their tech advantage up. Like, the sooner that they lose all these jetpacks, it's going to be really hard for them to claw and shoot their way back into this game. They just took out one Onos. We have another 2 coming up probably in another 3 to 5 minutes, just based on the P-res flow. So they're not out of the woods yet. They need to keep winning fights like that they just did. An Onos for a CC, definitely a win in their favor.
So the chair's still not done yet, so they still can't buy jets. It's going to be built here now. But even with that going up, the Marines, some of the Marines are only going to be able to buy 1 jetpack for quite a while.
Yeah, they definitely, I mean, at this point in the game, I feel like ARCs might be a decent investment to put their money in. They're 2-2, they just killed an Onos. They really need to start killing these hives and keeping them down. Either that or they need to start focusing on clearing all these alien harvesters. They've got elevator, observation, logistics, and repair, along with their natural, still online and churning out that money.
Drifter getting spotted more.
Look at that money graph right there. The Marines have only killed 2 alien harvesters right now.
Which is impressive for aliens considering how many they have up right now. They have 5, and the Marines are putting no pressure on it. They're going just for hives. And with repair room being completed, they're kind of back to where they were before as far as Marines go. And there we go. That's the right move. Claiming elevator. If they lose 1 now, it's not going to be such a big deal. But if they can get that second one up, we're back in Onos territory, just being able to buy them. And with 5 harvesters, it's not going to take very long.
Not to mention, we have we had somebody who was about to go Onos really soon, but now it's Shades left with his P-res coming up in another 60 seconds.
Fade's clearing some mines in the Marine base, forcing a beacon, even a nano on the observation, and
just a little bit of inexperience right there. Like, Fades are really bad at killing structures, so there's no reason to that.
All the Marines are moving out, but the Fades are going to be in warehouse, and now they're coming back. It's going to be a big important fight here.
This fight right here is a big engagement. What can they kill? What can they get rid of? Looks like all the Fades got away, and all that was lost was a Gorge and a Skull. But definitely another win for the aliens right there.
Yeah, pulling the Marines out of position. Gorge, not a big deal. With 5 harvesters, it takes very little time to be able to get that back.
All they have to do right now is just delay for more Onoses in the hive to finish, and this game is theirs for the taking.
The Fade's going back to the
they're
obs.
Going for that, yeah, going straight for the obs.
And they don't even need to get it. Just pulling all those Marines back is a big deal. They can't do anything. As soon as they move out, Vex is ready to move in and put the pressure on either base. They know that Marines can do this.
Once you get stuck here, it's just such a hard position to get out, because once you walk out, the aliens move in. Unless you like frag these life forms when they hit you, you're going to be constantly stuck in the same position. And they just scouted the 3rd hive down.
I think Vex needs to take an opportunistic moment here. Realize this hive isn't that important and push, but looks like they want to go for the jetpackers instead, which, if could pay off, they managed to get all of them here.
And this fight right now is currently going in the aliens' favor. The Nano not doing much different to help Dufarai get the frag here. Kariko left on his own, jetpack, shotgun getting taken down. Another 60 res worth of stuff just lost on the floor.
That's something that the Marines can't afford right now. Some of them sitting low. Benny not able to afford another jetpack. Cabral not able to afford another one. And we got Martatu and Deferral only able to do 1 more, and not again for a long time because they're both sitting on 13 res.
Looks like they finally got their robo placed, but it's all the way up in server room. It's just going to probably be too little too late. Like, those arcs are going to take forever to create. They don't really have the res flow to support it, especially at this stage when they need all the nanos that they can get to win some fights. And we just had Shades Zionos pop out of his egg in repair room. Definitely not looking good. Not looking good at all.
So the arc robo is complete. So it looks like they're going to be wanting to do some arc play. But with the robo actually at server room, I'm not sure if they're gearing up to hit elevator instead of repair room.
It's just such a hard position to defend, especially like when it's just the 3rd hive there. And you're gonna have Onoses and aliens coming at you from repair room due to the spawns over there. From both sides, they're gonna be pinched so hard. I don't know, Virsoul. You know what I'd like to see is some exosuits.
I think that would be the right call here. An exosuit would be very difficult to deal with as far as aliens go. Very easy to get quickly fragged before you realize what's happening as a fade, and it's a good way to deal with the Onos they know are coming and probably already here from repair.
Hey, oh, look at this. 2 Onos, 2 fades, and something else somewhere around the map. But
another skull.
Man, this is a powerhouse of life form force right there.
Yeah, they can take this wherever they want.
All for repair room. I guess it's to kill these JPs. Oh, and they just costed them another nano shield.
Yeah, Cabral knowing that was not a fight he could win, gets out, and the other Marine sticking around, getting nanoed and kind of wasting some resources. Aliens are not worried about resources at this moment. Winning, killing a crag here or there is not going to do anything for you because they're sitting on 5, and they've got nothing to spend it on except for Onos. So the only way to win here is to get a big push and move into a hive room and take down a hive and secure it.
The weird thing is, they're floating 108 res right now. They could buy an Onos egg, 2 fade eggs, or 3 lurk eggs with whatever they choose to do, and they still wouldn't really be in a bad shape because of the 5 RTs just pumping it all the way back up. Marines keep losing jetpack. Now they already made a super feed gate right here. 2 Onos, no amount of medkits are going to help them out here. RD2 trying to get a frag here on practice side, and just to get out, but once again being killed because just such a massive explosion of HP in this room. 2 Onos, a fade, and a gorge.
As soon as this goes down and we clear out these last couple of jetpackers, I bet we'll see a GG here.
Well, I think they're gonna maybe wait for these arcs. I mean, that's all they got left on this field. They have 3 jetpacks? 2 jetpacks. Look at the Shades.
Oh, they're gonna chase Shades.
36% on his HP. They're gonna keep chasing because they got jetpacks here. It looks like Shades is gonna get out, but that leaves Super SARS on his own.
They're both gonna die.
To catch up to him. They're both in a pretty bad spot right here. If these jetpacks can keep up, Super SARS at 15%, 7%, 1%. 1 Onos goes down. 1's getting away just to repair room. But we're sitting at 98 T-res right now. An Onos egg was just dropped as I said that too. So somewhere on this map we got another egg. Ooh, back to side getting into a danger spot.
I mean, those Onos really needed the fades there with them in warehouse. They needed to hold that until it went down. They kind of went off to attack Marines, I think, in mezzanine, but I think that's the wrong call. If they just hold warehouse, get the power down, maybe even drop just a hive, then they just would have been able to deny Marines any sort of jetpacks, and it would have given them too many places to attack.
Ooh, back to side, being caught way out of where he shouldn't be. What has he got for res? He's got 89 res. So we have another 2 Onoses ready to pop just on P-res. Not to mention any support that you can get from the comm right now. Lingo almost getting caught in warehouse, but managing to slip out. I don't know what these Marines are really gonna set themselves up for. They got some money now. They got money pumping in. They need that chair.
Yeah, they need that chair.
Coming in. Ooh, Shades, you gotta be careful here. They don't have nano shields, so they gotta be really smart with how they take this fight, which it looks like it's going in their favor. Shades down to 12% HP. He's going down. Up in North Tunnels. Flamingo coming in, trying to get these kills, but he's gotta be careful. This is a shotgun user right here. Benny versus Flamingo. Flamingo's got no energy. Meanwhile in warehouse, Du Ferrari left alone with 3 life forms here. Benny, the only jetpack left on this team, I think. Managing to frag 1. Flamingo's the only one left, and the fade. Gorgeous fade versus Benny with shotgun. Can he make it? Super Sam's.
And another Onos.
Coming in.
Right as Flamingo dies.
Goes down too.
But now they have no jets to deal with this Onos. They can't chase him, and he can easily hunt them down.
Oh man, they should really utilize those arcs though. If they could just use them just to get a little bit of a distraction going on somewhere. Just try to lighten up the pressure. As long as they get that chair back up, maybe they can make some pressure again.
This is they're switching their
focus
now.
They're losing the power node.
Moving the arcs forward now. Looks like they want to make a move on elevator.
We have a 4-arc push right there. It's just, oh, what can they do? They can try to bunker up with the mezzanine little plateau right there. Vacticide being nearly caught with his life right there. What can they do? What can they do? We have a Gorge and an Onos up in warehouse. Probably going to start going into the main once this opening presents itself.
Probably going to force a beacon here and then hit the arcs.
Problem is I don't see a Gorge nearby right there. These arcs are unloading. They only have a fade, 2 fades right here. That's going to take a long time to kill anything. Benny getting healed up, getting an AR versus Flamingo. These arcs are unloading.
But
They're hammering this hive down.
Yeah, they're going to need something here because they're not going to be able to kill us in time. Even if they clear Benny, those arcs are going to kill the hive. They're not going to be able to stop it.
Look at Benny! Do you know how long he's been up over there? That was about 30 seconds of combat versus 2 fades. And he managed to stay alive with 1 little Mac helping him stay alive. 2 little Macs helping him stay alive. Now look at this. These arcs are getting bio-bombed. Can they get him out though? That's the big question. Super Sam right here at 45% health, 30% health. He's in a bad shape. He's in bad shape. It's at 15. Is he going to chase him out? No. He gets out with his life, barely squeaking out.
So even though we lose the hive for aliens here, we're going to lose these arcs, which hurts a lot. There was 3 arcs. It's 45 res, plus the scans they had to invest, plus meds, and they still don't have warehouse, so there's no jets or anything coming in. And the aliens, all they really lost there was the ability to drop more Onos for the next couple of minutes.
Not to mention that everybody's got enough P-res for multiple Onos. Super Sari's at 100 res, Flamingo at 83, Vacticide. I think Super Sari's at 100 just lets his money run over to the teammates right now, too.
And then Vex feeling really generous and just allowing the Marines to have ore processing this entire time.
I was just thinking about that, Virsoul. It's the little extractor that could.
Flamingo's gonna see this here and be like, what is this doing here? Yeah.
It's just been there for about 5 to 10 minutes.
No problem.
Not doing too much.
No problem. Just mind its own business.
Man, them extractors work hard. They pump out cash. Cold, hard cash from the bottom of the cash well that exists under every RT point.
DTPN still not ready to call this quits here.
Well, this
really
is
resilient.
kind of the end for them. There's not really any way out of this. There's just going to be an endless stream of Onos, endless streams of fades. It's basically GG. I'm not sure what they're going to hope. Maybe they're just going to like bunker up at their main. Try to do some crazy push out. Get some good positioning. Look at Karika trying to hide in the back of the server room. Just wanting to be left alone. The Onos is just piling on the power node. And a fade wants a piece of that too.
And that seals the deal. DTPN calling
just
good
all
game.
The way till the end. Right up to the power node dies.
DTPN calling a good game.
Quits.
Having no faith in Cabral there in elevator. You know, he could have stolen a whole alien team.
Is there a man somewhere in elevator?
Yeah, Cabral is down there killing the hive.
Oh.
Oh.
Brave. Bravery.
I don't have team names up. Oops.
Oh my gosh, you're so immaturic.
Immature.
My new insult when people make mistakes. Oh, you're such an amateur.
So it's 2 Vex, 1 DTPN, right?
Yes. And this is the final round, which decides whether it's a tie or whether somebody actually wins. Well, actually, you know, this is round robin, so it doesn't matter who wins. It's all about points in the end. But winning them all sure looks good on your resume. Competitive resume.
Kind of polished
And
resume.
to all the people who are new to the game, welcome. This is an ENSL match, Season 2, number 2 in the number of seasons that have been played, and a Division, I think it's 3. I'm pretty sure that's 3. Might be 2, probably 3.
I think this is 2.
Probably 2, like I said.
I think it's 2.
Pretty sure it's 2. You know, Brazilians are all in the 2 area.
I would bet money on 2.
How much?
At least $1.
Mm-hmm.
1 US
What
dollar.
team is this?
What team is what?
Okay, yeah, this is Division 2. You were right, alright? Look,
You owe me $1 when we get to Germany.
Oh, well, look, I didn't shake on it. I didn't sign my name. I didn't even digitally shake on it. I didn't even give you a pinky square. I don't have to pay you. Shit.
It's your word. It's your man's word.
I didn't give you my man's word. Like I was saying, welcome to the NS2 community. I was saying that before we got distracted. What was I don't even know. Oh yeah, I was talking about what division they are. That's why we were talking about that, alright? Getting off topic, no big deal. This is a competitive match. There are prizes in these tournaments. We're going to Germany for one. It's nice. You should sign up. It's a great community. Friendly people. Nice atmosphere. Denny's. No, wait. NS2. And Big Lots.
Denny's?
I don't know. I don't know why I was thinking of Denny's, but you know what Denny's is, right?
Yeah.
Good place to eat. Open 24/7.
Yeah,
they got the Grand Slam.
It's the place you go to after the bar.
After the bar, Virsoul hits it up at Denny's, man. Let's go to Denny's, dude. Shit, man. A little tipsy, a little drunk. I'm alright. I'm going to drive to Denny's. I'll sober up on the way.
More of an IHOP guy.
You know, my IHOP had like the most corrupt people running it.
Like
they
gangsters?
No, it's like some crooked. Well, I almost feel like it's gonna be racist to say, but it's like it was literally some crooked what were they? Indians? I think they were from India, and they were like evading taxes like a mofo, not paying some of their employees any money, like tax evading and like stealing credit card numbers with their swipers. It's like, oh man, they were bad news. Not all IHOPs were created equal. Some are very bad. Bad news at that place.
The Vex team, very still. Almost no one moving. Only
maybe some of those
SARS.
bathroom breaks are like, everybody's so pumped full of adrenaline, they're like going for a outside breather, smoking cigarettes, or like other substances.
Maybe just having a moment of prayer.
Well, the good Lord always said a good video game always is great for the mind and soul. Let's here relieve those frustrations and mortal desires of other stuff. In a virtual safe world where everybody's okay except they get pumped full of adrenaline to hammer out some competition.
And then you go to a bar and head to Denny's.
You know, I don't want to talk about Denny's. I want to talk about Big Lots.
Let's hear about Big Lots.
Big Lots is where I buy my energy drinks when they're stocked. You know what? Last weekend, weren't stocked with any drinks. I was really pissed off. I literally walked into the store. I'm like, drinks, baby. Gonna get some e-drinks. Gonna get buzzed. Get hyped.
Just them to check the bag?
And I'm like, hey, energy drink aisle. Just pushing my cart. Looking real proud. Then I get back there and I'm like, drinks? Literally all these different kinds of drinks. Like there's some Mountain Dew 2 liters, you got some iced teas, some fruit drinks, and some other garbage. Basically there's a whole aisle of garbage and junk. No energy drinks anywhere. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, I was so dead set on buying some drinks, and there's nothing there, and I'm like, well, when I come into a store, I have to buy something. So I literally start looking around, I'm like, what in the world do I even care about here? And I'm like looking at this Mountain Dew bottle, I'm like, it's not energy drinks. But I gotta buy something. So I bought like a bag of chips, some salsa, and 2 liters of Mountain Dew. And then I left the store in shame.
And that'll hold you over till next trip. Hopefully have
No, actually, right next door there's this place called the Family Dollar. You know, for a good buck, you can get something. And I was like, hell yeah, they got energy drinks in there. I put my bags from Big Lots in my car, and I'm like, you know what? Screw you, Big Lots. You let me down this weekend. I'm going to Family Dollar. Went in there, bought some Rippets. I'm like, hell yeah. It only cost $1 per 16-ounce can. That's a good deal, man. Good deal. Not as good a deal as Big Lots, though.
All right, here we go. We're going to be starting the final round here.
Excellent. I just finished my story.
It's good timing.
Good timing.
They were waiting for you.
And we got the inverted spawns, with DTPN now being in the server room spawn. They're aliens, by the way. And then we have the Marines of VexX down in shipping. Doing a 2-2-1. 2 to hub, 2 to log, 1 to ops. First blood gonna happen here in hub. We see the Marines doing a little bit of chip to Benny over here. Drifter being sent in ahead. I'm not sure why. It just sacrificed itself for the team. 2 Marines versus maybe 2 Skulks. It looks like the other ones are setting up for a overwhelming crush on observation. He doesn't know what's coming.
Oh, T-Dunk's being in some trouble here.
T-Dunk, look out, my man. It's coming hard. It's coming fast. Watch out. The medkits are falling everywhere. Got a lot of medkits. Ferrari and Karaki coming in, making the kill. Unbuilt harvester.
Does a lot of work there, just not enough. But we got 2 Marines moving through platform, taking an unbuilt harvester. And that's a good trade if I've ever had one. Is just 1 extractor for 1 alien harvester early in the game. Maybe should have cleared Sis, but they're going to choose to back out and maybe push mezzanine.
Yeah, a good win. Observation actually never is being. It's not even being killed right now. Aliens really taking their time there when they should be chipping it away. The Drifter going out to scout, raiding out some bullets. The Skulks, I don't understand what they're doing. They're letting mezzanine go down uncontested. The harvester's freshly dropped, not even finished. Another harvester down. Completely uncontested right there. Ferrari and Cabal trying to clean up Vacticide for killing this harvester, but they just both get cleared by 1 or 2 clips of pistol.
Yeah, I'm surprised Vacticide didn't hear that harvester drop again, because he could have reloaded and just gotten it immediately. With 2 clips and just a couple of bullets from his pistol, he could have taken out mezzanine before the aliens had a chance to respond.
The aliens not in a pretty position right now. Those 2 early game harvester kills are massive wins for the Marines. It sets them back really far. And they didn't even manage to pay any bit of themselves off, so...
Yeah, they never even got up.
This game is tilted in the Marine favor.
Flamingo and Vacticide looking to do again, pushing platform. Again, just finishing. Gonna take 4 clips to take that down. Just 1, 2 from each of them. And they're probably gonna push mezzanine again after that. Alien's not in a position to stop this.
Oh no, and another harvester going down completely uncontested. Server room Skulk is not even gonna go try to save it. Well, I don't know what this alien team is doing. They looked a lot better last game. They're just really unorganized right now. They've lost, what is this?
3 so far.
3 harvesters, not made any money from them.
And they haven't destroyed any extractors yet.
It's basically flat.
They gotta know this is coming again. Vacticide and Flamingo. Benny's setting up, but he's not gonna be able to do this by himself. So they're here again with no one to challenge them. They're going for a base rush though. Going for the IPs. Oh, Calm jumps out. Does not drop a chair.
Jumps out. Oh no, what a bad position to jump out in. Space Rush is slowly falling apart right here. And they lost the mezzanine RT. If nothing comes out of this, it's going to be a seriously bad position. 50% on this IP. They're going to spawn up. There's nothing that he can do about it. But can he get at least 1 IP out of this play? 27%. Barbados versus Benny. Benny at mostly full health. Here it goes again. Spawning in. T-Dunks up. Benny making another big kill. Big plays coming out of Benny. And his reinforcements are coming out of observation. This is going to be a very serious fight, determining what's the pace of the game for the rest of it. 1 IP is down. 4 Skulks moving into main right here. We have 3 Marines spawning up. T-Dunk getting picked off really quick. Marditu getting almost blackfired. 1 alien left. 2 aliens left versus 3 Marines. Oh man, these aliens are making short work of all these Marines. But big plays, back to sides and super sides. Getting them slowly back into this game. First takeover, I need to try.
And DTPN making a very good call there, going for base, knowing that they're behind, trying to go for the big end there. And it was very close. If they had just had 1 more alien, I think, alive at the first time they were trying to get the IP, could have got that done earlier and been able to deal with the reinforcements there. Or if they cleared that second wave where they pushed in, they would have been able to get on the IP and destroy it. And then the Marines would have not been able to get back in time. Whoever's in warehouse, it's Shades, wouldn't have been able to get in time to stop them from just destroying them. So it was very close for the aliens to be able to end it there. And it gave them actually a little bit of breathing room to be able to now get mezzanine and platform going up, which is what they need this whole time. But so far they've lost 4 harvesters, set them back an incredible amount, where now they still don't have any upgrades going. They don't have a crag hive completed or any sort of shell or anything on the way. So they are maybe even going to lose mezzanine yet again here with shotguns. Do we have someone new here? Shnitty? I don't know. Is this someone new that just joined this last round? But anyways, they're in here and not being able to stop with the shotguns. They're going to kill that again. 5th harvester down for the aliens. And only 2 extractors being destroyed. Aliens doing another rush into main base. Now, getting the IPs. T-Dunk's going to come from behind there, but not before the IP goes down. Really trying to end this. What I'd like to see is maybe some mines here to be able to stop this. Cabral going for the big kill and Barbados T-Dunk both very low. One more shot and he ends up taking that from him. They need another IP. They need mines here to stop aliens from pushing back in here. They're doing a great job holding all these extractors. They just need to make sure they don't lose their advantage.
Jeez, Virsoul, you really took it away.
Well, you like to do the thing, so I let you do your thing.
Yeah. Man, this game is going, any which way. The aliens, I think you're right. They don't have much left to do right now. Like, there's only a few things that they can do. Big plays or just kind of stay in the back of the game. Slowly falling behind. VexX, like, stepping up their game since their last round. Definitely had some good work going into either this map or they just had a big pep talk or something.
Oh, Vadis in so much trouble.
But if he's got a shotgun, maybe with some med support, we can make some magic happen. T-Dunk coming in with another shotgun. Ooh, and another shotgun coming in with some more support from Superstars. So these aliens are like literally locked into their hive right now. They cannot get out of here. This marine pressure is just so heavy right now. Warehouse is currently covered by Shades. These other Marines are just hitting everything else.
And I'm surprised they haven't actually gotten a second IP back down. They've gone for Phase Tech, which will help them reinforce back to the base, but knowing how offensive aliens have been when they've been back into this corner, they should expect another rush here, and that's probably what they're setting up to do, is run out this north tunnel here and get back down to the base. If they get in that last IP, the Marines are going to be in trouble, because I don't believe they can drop Warehouse as another chair, and if they try to push in and it doesn't work, then they've lost. Still no mines, only 1 IP.
It's the Marine right now. It's the Marines' game to make the mistake that lets these aliens kind of get back into it. Carapace Shell just now being finished at 7 minutes and 24 seconds into the game. Extremely late. Now we have another 2 skulks gearing up for base play. Here it goes. The Warehouse Marine finally getting taken out by Duferai. A really nice kill right there. But look at this. A Drifter is moving in through South Tunnels. They're trying to hammer up this phase gate, but it's not ready at main. Barbados being caught on his own. The Ensign Cloud going out. Shindy versus Shades. Can Shindy make some magic here? The Drifter dancing around, trying to do something.
Cricket coming in, but also Stars behind him.
So definitely anyone's... well, not anyone's fight. If this Skulk can pull some magic, maybe some good stuff can happen. A little bit of pressure relief, but now the Phase Gates network is going to go online, so... another great advantage that the Marines now have.
Yeah, now with mines being started, 2 IPs up, a Phase Gate to hub so that they can reinforce quickly. I think now that this is no longer going to work for the aliens. They're not going to be able to just run to the base and win like that. All the Marines got to do is just squeeze tightly until the aliens aren't able to do anything. They don't need to push into the hive. They just need to keep taking down platform, mezzanine, and then hold on to their advantage.
Oh man, look at Cabal here just gambling. But managing to actually do enough damage, so Benny just comes in and swoops out, killing Vex with a shotgun, or back to side. So from my, observation here. It looks like the Brazilians have the really high skill advantage, but it's just their tactics and game plan have been really costing them a lot of resource nodes right now. They just can't keep their money high enough here to start getting themselves into this mid game, especially with the phase gate network coming online.
Yeah, they're now on 3 harvesters, which is nice. They've got a Gorge who gorged up mezzanine, which is what they needed from the beginning, and with lurks to support platform. They need to be able to move into warehouse to secure a second hive spot, which they do have enough now to do so. But they're going to be in trouble here because they've got phases in both hub and ore. Hub's going to be able to take down mezzanine and pressure server if they need to, and then ore is one room away from being able to hit warehouse. So they're already trapped in here.
Look at this, they already got that second chair completed now. All that res nodes that they've held all this game is really starting to get them like skyrocketing ahead. We have Armor 2 finishing, the AA is currently being researched. With A2 finishes, and then Wep 1, all that stuff. Goodies, 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 goodies everywhere.
The res
and a
map's
nice
just ridiculous.
to boot.
Going on almost 500 resources from Marines, and aliens are just capping at 200. So Marines about 2.5 times the resources the aliens have so far this game.
Yeah, I don't know what you would really want to do as the alien team right now. You're just so pinched in right here. Like, they literally can't push out through warehouse because there's 2 Marines there, and there's a phase gate that's just going to let these Marines come right back in. And Cabal getting really gambly right there with his lurk.
I think your only chance as aliens is to hit RTs like they're doing. They're doing a good job of hitting RTs, making sure they're staying on top of that. And then as soon as the Marines make a move or get ballsy to push somewhere, they hit a phase gate. But they can't do it while they're near them. They gotta wait till they move out and then hit.
They just have to be so careful with how they take these fights. Like, as a rule of thumb, when you're aliens, you really cannot always, you know, advantage yourself by just like hammering into Marine positions. It looks like we had something going on in the main base.
Yeah, there were 2 skulks in there, but I got quickly cleaned up. And the commander for the aliens, not scouting properly with his drifter and just blind dropping 2 crags right in front of, who was that, SARS? And who took them out without any resistance. Just wasting 20 res when they're on 3 extractors.
Yeah, it looks like though the alien team though is finally starting to hammer down some of these res nodes. The Marines being pushed back to 3 at this point, with another one sitting at 21%. Oh, but Shindy. I don't know who you are, but you just walked into a face full of stuff.
Now, aliens are still in this at the moment. They're sitting on 3. 4th harvester just dropped. Crag's going up. They have enough for a hive. If they can get that, build it, and then somehow clear a phase gate behind this, they'll have fades not too far. They got already at 45, 46 res. If they can get fades in the field, get the second hive complete, then they're still way in this game because the Marines are only actually on Weapons 1, Armor 2. Weapons 2 just now started. So while they're going to have good tech, that's not something they can't come back from.
As long as these Marines are able to keep hammering RTs, there goes another one. Mezzanine RT getting pinched again by Flamingo and Bacticide. Pretty much it looked like it was uncontested. Now the aliens are kind of like entrenched into warehouse. They have 3 Craigs pumping away at this hive right here. The Marines will have to gear up. I think they might go, oh, prototype lab.
Yeah, they're going to go for probably jets, if I had to guess. Seems safe with warehouse.
Oh, but look at this. Hub phase gate's under attack by 2 skulks. Look at this. All the Marines might be, what are they going to do here? Can't do it. Phase gate comes through, hits a mine, cleans it out. But now they have ore processing under attack. Ooh, these lurks getting gambly. Risking it. Whenever you get too close to a phase gate as a lurk, you always run the risk of getting blown away by a shotgun. Or 2.
Yeah, like I said, DTPN doing the right thing. Hitting resource towers with 1 to 2 skulks. Waiting for the Marines to push out and taking advantage of that moment to hit phase gates. They're doing the exact thing they should be doing right now. Waiting for their tech to finish, waiting until fades get out in the field, and then they can really start getting back and pressing their the advantage that they have at that moment.
Du Ferrari and Karaki both sitting at the Fade res. Curious to see if they're going to be the ones going for it, or maybe Shindy. Another 3 res, but they really need those Fades out as soon as they can manage them. Ooh, and grenade launchers. So this is a JP GL push coming around at some point.
Yeah, it's going to be dangerous once that goes into full effect. I wonder though, if they push with a big push for Marines, I wonder if they're going to try and shut down phases and sacrifice the hive, or if they're going to try and get rid of the jetpackers in the hive.
It's really anyone's guess as to what these aliens are hoping for. I think they just want to keep the hive up right now. You don't see a lot of pressure coming in. You just have that typical one skulk going straight for RTs all the time. Jetpacks just now completing, so they have GLs and jets up with WEP 2, A2. This is going to be a very scary push whenever they're finally ready to commit to it.
Shades has the GL in hub.
Is that purple?
Yeah, that's the purple. That's what GL is. Okay, so they've revealed the GL. Right now, the alien comm needs to get a whip up at warehouse. Let's see if he makes the proper response. But they've already spotted it. Benny should have called it. They need that whip.
There's no whip. There's no whip.
There it is.
There's the whip, but it's low. But they have 3 Craigs on it.
Build 2 whips.
Another whip. So this might, if they can just keep them alive with these Craigs, there goes the heal wave right there. So very smart play by him. This GL is going to be rendered super ineffective. A bone wall. Ooh, it's always a very scary thing to throw in front of a GLer's face.
And that
there you go.
Whips are going to be finished. Yep. So that the GL's not going to be able to do anything here.
Safe. So essentially, a whip is a defensive structure of the aliens. You don't see it very much except for when GLs come out. It's mostly because it's just so short range, it's so easy to shoot down. The only time it really pays itself off is when your GLs finally come up and online.
Right, you lose all your defensive ability with it. If you get stuck by yourself somewhere, you're not going to be able to defend yourself. So now Aliens sitting on 4 harvesters, Marines only on 3. They've kind of turned this around here. Marines still with good tech, but they've kind of gone stagnant because they want to get this push going. And it's just not working out for them. Even if they get into the hive room, which they haven't been able to since they first walked in there, they're going to have to deal with 3 Crags, a hive, and 2 whips, along with a Fade and a lurk there. And 2 Fades and 2 lurks just holding this push out, not able to do anything. They can't even move in.
Oh, look at this. This push is getting low on HP here. Looks like the aliens tried to press that advantage, but they backed off just to be safe.
I think the aliens could push this all the way into ore. I think that'd be the proper thing to do. If they can, because they know one of them is a GLer, so he's not going to really be able to do much by himself there. If they can just move in, recognize that the other Marines aren't there, so they're probably going to try to recap or just hit res, take ore, then they can secure that part of the map. Get on a 5th harvester and not have to worry so much about having mezzanine.
Oh, and look at this. Flamingo being caught completely off guard in mezzanine. Ooh, Cabal getting dreadfully low, though. Managing to squeeze out. That was a crazy play. Kind of waiting for one of these phase gates to try to be overrun in one of these, in the midst of these pressures. So it looks like the aliens are more than willing to just take it into the late game. Biobomb coming up too.
So
it looks like they dropped the GL.
Vanessa just had, it's still there. Yeah.
Kind of the biggest problem with like GL pushes is that once those whips come up, it just becomes a liability to hold on to that thing. Unless you want to, you know, convince your team to somehow push around those obstacles or shoot them down. Which you just can't do with shotguns, which are, the shotguns are so crucial to your bait killing ability. Man, DuFerrari has been gambling his life away, getting out of it every single time. Marines just not able to make that crucial shot to take him out. Diving all the way up to the phase gate, still managing to get out with 56 HP.
Alright, Arc
over
Factory
here
is
doing
complete.
some massive work. Hitting down Marine RTs the entire game.
Yeah, who is that? Shindy's also been doing a lot of work on the left side as far as logistics, seeing them a lot in repair room. Curious, actually, 10 RTs destroyed so far? Doesn't seem like that much, to be honest. 20-minute game, kind of a low number, to be honest.
Well, looking at Shindy himself, he's got 64 res floating up there right now. So that's another 5 to 4 minutes of waiting until he can actually get an Ono Seg of his own. Which, it's kind of hard to tell like what these Marines are doing. Their pushes have been, well, I guess they're arcing, but
oh,
Ferrari getting
is
too
dead.
greedy. This time he threw the dice, and the dice came up empty.
As dice happened to do.
Maybe it's just like a low digit. Oh, look at this! A whip taking out a GL shotgun.
And at the same time, Carapace going down in server. So they're doing double pressure here. 3 Marines in server, plus the Hive in warehouse getting arced. Be a great time to push those arcs up further, get the actual Hive while we have Marines in server, so that the aliens don't know which way to defend.
These two lurks are both doing really well at keeping alive, except Cabal here getting quite low, doing some crazy aerial ace maneuver. What, not being able to take any of these jetpacks in the entire push. And look at this, the Bile Bomb play is coming in now. Gorge barely getting away with his life, getting just into the other stuff. Ooh, T-Dunk getting slammed by some whip, and then getting hammered by a Skulk. Look at these Skulks, they're finally starting to come in, piling on top of these arcs and dangerous Marine toys.
Vex needs more people here.
Down, the Obs goes down. Rocky once again getting out with his life.
We got some
becoming quite expensive.
We've even got some babblers in here hitting the arc.
These aliens need to look for a big opening to like get this pressure off of them. As long as they can make sure that the arcs don't come all the way in though. Oh, Karaki, look out! That's so dangerous. So another 2 minutes before the aliens can get their Onos online, which might be able to carry them back into this game. Marines still sitting on 2-2, just spending all the money they can on arcs right now. Aliens getting pushed all the way down to 1 extractor. The Marines have to know that these aliens are low on money. Look at this, Shades going straight for the RT.
Oh my!
This is it.
And if he kills that, they're res locked. But he's going after the lurk instead. He doesn't know how close they are. So
such a dangerous situation for these aliens to be in right now. It looks like he's just gonna walk out.
Oh, and Cabral getting low, not gonna be able to defend there. They're gonna get the extractor. The aliens are, if he gets it, are gonna be left with about 11, and they just spent 10 res. Where did the 10 res get spent as alien?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! This extractor is left alone.
Res lock incoming.
Where was the money?
Where was it spent? Aliens are res locked. Whatever they have
spent on a gorge.
Whatever they have right now, they're stuck with. No more life forms, no more buildings.
Is there something being researched? No.
Nothing being researched, no. And I'm not sure that you're even aware of it right yet. If you res lock yourself in this situation,
somebody had to have bought a gorge egg. That's the only thing that they could spend their money on.
Oh, they lose a gorge. I think in this situation, you gotta go for a big play. You gotta do some sort of weird all-in on their base, because there's no coming back from this. You gotta all-in on their base.
Look at this. Arcs on the top, arcs on the bottom. Once they start running out of life forms, this game is over. Go for the main. Get big. That's all you got to do before your second hive goes down. I don't have any gorges.
No gorges.
Oh, money. Shindy was a minute and like 90 seconds away from being able to buy an Onos. Well, actually, it was a lot more than that because of all the stuff. But
Karika's the last gorge here, but he's going to get taken out by Flamingo here pretty quickly. And that hive is going to go down.
Yeah. There you go. Stuck on one hive for the rest of eternity.
Yep.
One fade is left on the field, and there's the GG.
GG.
So Vex coming up with a 3-1 win. Final tally. Pretty good game right there. The aliens like were so hammered, but they actually managed to kick themselves back into the game right there.
Oh man, that res lock. You don't normally get res locked like 24 minutes into the game.
24 minutes, and then
that was one of the shorter games, I think.
Whoops.
Yeah, good games, guys. Thanks for the game.
Good games, everyone.
Yeah, there was some games. Some games. Just they were fun to watch. That's fun to get. You'll see them on Virsoul. Fast Track TV.
DTPN, were you guys aware that you actually res locked them the last game there?
Somebody bought a gorge egg.
What, they res locked us in Summit?
Yeah, no, this last game here.
Or that,
Oh no, Vex, sorry, Vex, Reslock, DTPN. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I decided to do that because it was just a stalemate, so I was really afraid of the Onos, that's what the point of that was.
He was about 2 minutes out.
Yeah, I knew it was coming, and it was going long. Cheers, the Onos.
Alright, Bitey.
Yeah.
Some good games. Some interesting stuff. That lurk game. Don't see that a lot.
4 lurks.
4 lurks.
I don't know what you're gonna do with 4 lurks. Every time you see like the birds of prey come in, just they all die.
Shotguns.
They all die to shotguns and.
I think the reason that the birds of prey never work is because not everyone's good with lurk.
Yeah, I think so.
Like if we had 4 people on the team who were as good as you and Gliss, it'd be a lot better.
Even still, like it's so hard to. Well, I don't know. Maybe 5 super lurks. Maybe. But I don't see it working.
It was like
that's
10.
a lot of PUS spent on lurks. Like it's like, you know, you can get like 1 really good lurk.
It was like
really
5
good. You can get 2
in
really
like
good
the
lurks.
first like
great.
4 minutes.
And you get 3 lurks, it's like, you're starting to run out of goods. And then you like 4 lurks, you know, you fucking your shit up. You better stop. You don't do that. It's too many. Because like you saw when those skulks went in, they got the work done of 4 lurks. 120 P-res. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.